Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to each one of you. It is a true privilege to welcome you all to the grand inauguration ceremony of the International Conference on Reverse Logistics and Circular Economy Strategies for Sustainable Development, ICRCSD 2025, organized by Vishwakarma University, Pune, in collaboration with Binghamton University, New York. I am Vedika Patil, a final year computer engineering student, honored and excited to be your host for this inspiring and impactful event. As we begin this remarkable gathering, it is only fitting to acknowledge the distinguished personalities gracing this occasion. To mark this significant moment, we are privileged to welcome Professor Dr. Ashutosh Marathe, Vice Chancellor, Vishwakarma University, Pune. Dr. Vasudev Gade, Vice President, Vishwakarma University, Pune. Professor Dr. Sachinandan Mohanty, Professor, VIT AP University, Andhra Pradesh, and General Chair, International Conference on Reverse Logistics and Circular Economy Strategies for Sustainable Development. Professor Dr. Pankaj Datta, Professor, IIT Bombay. Dr. Kailas Patil, Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Vishwakarma University, Pune, and General Chair, International Conference on Reverse Logistics and Circular Economy Strategies for Sustainable Development. A heartfelt thank you to all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais for being present at this conference. Your presence truly adds immense value to this gathering. With this, let us now turn our focus to the essence of this gathering, the International Conference on Reverse Logistics for Sustainable Development 2025. The integration of reverse logistics and circular economy strategies into global supply chains has opened new avenues for achieving environmental sustainability and economic resilience. With advancements in sustainable business models, waste management, and resource optimization, these approaches have the potential to transform traditional logistic practices, reduce ecological footprints, and drive green innovation. The International Conference ICRCSD 2025 aims to bring together renowned researchers, industry leaders, policymakers, and entrepreneurs, and academicians to explore the latest breakthroughs and practical implementations in the domain of sustainability-focused logistics and circular economy practices. The main objectives of the conference are: promote knowledge sharing on reverse logistics and circular economy, foster innovations in sustainable supply chains, align circular economy strategies with SDGs, support policy and regulatory development, encourage industry-academia collaboration, and provide networking opportunities. As we embark on this inspiring journey of sustainability and innovation, it is my privilege to introduce one of the esteemed institutions that has played a pivotal role in making this event a grand success. Vishwakarma University, Pune is a natural offshoot of the Vishwakarma Group of institutions, an educational legacy spanning more than 35 years. The university has been established as a state-private university through Maharashtra Government Act in the year 2017. Being UGC approved, VU is authorized to design and implement its curriculum, conduct examination, and award degrees. Vishwakarma University received the Leadership and Management Team of the Year category in the prestigious Global Times Higher Education Awards, Asia 2023. VU Pune has also earned global recognition for innovation and sustainability. QS iGorge Woody 2024 ranked first in India and 11th globally for social responsibility, 4th in India and 45th globally for entrepreneurial spirit. The Impact Rankings 2024, top 401 to 600 globally for SDGs 6 and 16, 301 to 400 for SDG 9. U Multi-Rank, rated very good for student engagement and learning. National recognitions, top 10 engineering universities in India, Times B School 2023, and awarded Emerging University of the Year 2020. VU stands out for its academic excellence, innovation, and social impact. As we move forward, it is my pleasure to introduce our collaborator for ICRCSD 2025, Binghamton University, New York. A world-class institution, State University of New York, Binghamton University offers students a broad, interdisciplinary education with an international perspective and one of the most vibrant research programs in the nation. The university has been recognized with 7 national awards for innovation in international education. Students from more than 100 countries choose Binghamton because they know it's one of the few American universities that emphasize meaningful cultural and intellectual exchange. As we move ahead with this momentous occasion, we now proceed to a time-honored tradition, the lighting of the lamp. In many cultures, lighting a lamp symbolizes knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. Now, without any further delay, it gives me an immense pleasure to give our distinguished guests to formally inaugurate ICRCSD 2025 with the traditional lighting of the lamp. Thank you for gracing this ceremony with your presence. Lighting the lamp is a beautiful symbol of the ideals this ICRCSD 2025 stands for: knowledge, progress, and enlightenment. We are truly honored to have you all here. We would now like to present our esteemed guests with a token of appreciation for their valued presence and contribution. We are honored to welcome and felicitate Professor Dr. Pankaj Datta, Professor, IIT Bombay. I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly present the token of appreciation to Dr. Pankaj Datta Sir. We are honored to welcome and felicitate Professor Dr. Sachinandan Mohanty, Professor, VITAP University, Andhra Pradesh. I would like to request Honorable Vice President Sir to kindly request the token of appreciation to Dr. Sachinandan Mohanty, Sir. We are honored to welcome Mr. Rahul Naik, Sir. I would like to request Dr. Kailas Patil, Sir, to kindly request the token of appreciation. As we move forward in this celebration of research, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Dr. Kailas Patil, Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Vishwakarma University, Pune. With over 18 years of expertise in teaching, research, IT, and data security, Dr. Patil has been instrumental in implementing ISO 27001, managing information security systems, and guiding over 50 students recognized by the Government of India for reporting critical infrastructure issues. He has conducted numerous cybersecurity workshops and is listed among India's top 15 cybersecurity researchers. I would now like to invite Dr. Kailas Patil, Sir, to share his valuable insights with us.
Thank you. Good morning, respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, faculty members, and all the participants. On behalf of Vishwakarma University and the General Chair of this conference, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to this international conference on reverse logistics and circular economy strategies for sustainable development. This conference brings together minds from academia, industry, and as well as from the research labs to address some of the most pressing challenges that we are facing today: sustainability, resource efficiency, and circular economy practices. I am proud to share that this year we have received 98 research papers and from various disciplines, and after a thorough review process by the international reviewers, only 16 quality papers have been accepted for the presentation. This reflects innovation, rigor, and shared commitment towards the building the sustainability solutions. I also extend my sincere thanks to our collaborators from SUNY Binghamton University, New York, to all their distinguished guests and speakers for their valuable presence and support. I hope this conference serves as a platform for meaningful dialogue, knowledge sharing, and also a new collaborations could emerge that can shape the sustainable future. I once again warmly welcome all of you and wish the conference grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Moving ahead, it is our honor to welcome an esteemed researcher and academic leader, Professor Dr. Sachinandan Mohanty, Professor at VITAP University, Andhra Pradesh, India. Dr. Mohanty has been recognized among top 2% world scientists by Stanford University and Elsevier 2022 to 2024. He holds a postdoc from IIT Kanpur and a PhD from IIT Kharagpur, both pursued with the MHRD scholarship, Government of India. With great respect, we now invite Dr. Sachinandan Mohanty, sir, to share his insights with us. Please, sir.
Very good morning, one and all. Respected all the dignitaries of the dais, on the dais, Of course, this is not my first visit to BIU. Already we have organized one conference, the AI Oncology, and already we received the proofreading process. It will very soon will be published online. So as you know, it is a great pleasure and honor that I welcome to all the international conference on reverse logic and circular economic strategy sustainable development. It is very focused conference. So all the papers will be published in Scopus Index book series. And the world facing pressing challenges, climate changes and resource deployments and the environmental delegation and conference are the timely platform that explore the innovatives and the collaborative solution of the reverse logistics circular economics in more different model. We are proud to participate in contributions leading economies such as India, China and the United States, the nation that widely deserve economic structure and the policy that are deeply invested in advancing sustainable agendas. As India is constantly the fourth largest economics with expanding industrial base of growing populations, emphasizing circular through the Swachh Bharat missions and extended producer by the responsibility of EPR frameworks, the numerous initiatives towards the zero waste cities. As China is concerned, the global manufacturing powerhouse has been pioneering in investing the circular economy principle into a national development strategy, the promoting green technology and piloting urban circular economy zones. As you know, the United States, with the innovative ecosystem policy mechanism and driving the research materials and recovery product life extensions and the digital technology that enable efficient reverse logistics. This conference reflected the global convergence of minds and bringing together the academia, industry and policymakers address not only the operational aspect in the reverse logistics but also broader global sustainable development. Through technical session and panel discussion and knowledge exchange, this conference aims to promote the actionable strategy and scalable, economically viable and environmental sounds. Let this conference to more than just exchange of research, let it in the spark of the transformations and speed of future collaboration on the basis of academic and industry collaboration and call for shared responsibility. I thank to each and one, those are present here for paper presenter, your commitment and participation. Let us move forward the purpose of shared visions of circular sustainable world at VU University. Thank you, and I wish all the productive inspiring conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. Moving ahead, it is our honor to welcome an eminent academician and a global researcher, Professor Dr. Pankaj Datta, Shailesh Mehta Chair Professor in Decision Sciences and Operations Research at Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. With deep respect, I now invite Professor Dr. Pankaj Datta, sir, to address the gathering and share his insights with us.
So good morning to everybody. I am audible to everyone. So first of all, we would like to thank the organizer, the Vice Chancellor sir, and the Dean faculty sir, and all the faculty members, and all the colleagues present here, and the participants. To be honest, it's my honor that to come to Pune, to this university, Vishwakarma University, and attend this conference. Despite of my, to be honest, busy schedule, etc., when I got an invitation from Professor Sheetal that sir, please come, it's a conference on reverse logistics and circular economy, specifically supply chain related activities, and all the participants who will come or they submitted their paper on this particular conference are on my area, it's a kind of one of my research area, so I thought not to lose this opportunity. So you might think that professor from IIT Bombay has come to give a lecture, to share some idea. I share my idea, but to be honest, I feel that it's my opportunity to come and know that how many of you are working in this area and what you are doing. If I can learn a lot from you, that would be a much value addition to me. Then I don't know whether I will be able to share anything to you or not. That is what my motivation to come here. that how much I can learn from this particular conference, and how many papers, how many ideas will be shared over there throughout the day. So with that, since I have a separate talk here as a keynote speaker, I will not take much time, but I am very happy to see that, the kind of gesture from Vice Chancellor sir, Dean sir, all these, deputy, Gadeshar. So thanks to, Kailash sir also, and all the members who are present here. Thanks to everyone, and I welcome on behalf of the organizer, I welcome everybody. I could see that there are so many attendees here. I believe they are from the college and the nearby, organizations to attend this conference. So good to have all of you together here. Let's see how we can explore the topic, thoughts throughout the day, and how we can learn from this particular event. So with that, let us start the conference.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. As we continue, we have a special message from an esteemed academic leader joining us virtually. Dr. Atul Kelkar, Dean, Thomas J. Watson College of Engineering and Applied Science, SUNY Binghamton University, New York, has been a driving force in engineering education and research. His leadership and contributions in the field of engineering and applied science have significantly impacted academic and professional communities across the globe. Although he couldn't be here in person, he has shared a special message for us. Let's take a moment to hear from him.
Good morning to all distinguished guests, researchers, policymakers, and industry leaders from around the world. My name is Atul Kelkar, and I serve as the Dean of the Thomas J. Watson College of Engineering at Binghamton University, a state university of New York. It is truly an honor to speak at this international conference on reverse logistics and circular economy strategies for sustainable development. I thank Vishwakarma University for hosting this important event in partnership with Binghamton University. While I regret not being there in person due to scheduling conflict, I'm grateful for the chance to connect with you virtually and share in the spirit of collaboration that this conference represents. Binghamton University and Vishwakarma University share a partnership for over a decade. It is built on a meaningful collaboration in education, research, and innovation. One of our proudest joint achievements is a Center of Excellence in Design Thinking and Innovation. It is a hub for cross-disciplinary problem solving with global impact. This conference is yet another milestone in that journey. I would like to express my special thanks to the outstanding organizing committee, Dr. Kailash Patil and Dr. Mohanty from Vishwakarma University, Dr. Mike Testani from Binghamton University, and program chairs, Dr. Thite and Dr. Lohati from Vishwakarma University. Your vision and dedication made this gathering possible. Thank you very much. At Watson College, we believe sustainable development is not optional, it is essential. We face unprecedented global challenges, climate change, resource scarcity, and waste proliferation. Traditional models of production and consumption are no longer sustainable. The shift to circular economy strategies and intelligent reverse logistics is not just timely, it's urgent. Let me share a few thoughts from our work at Binghamton. First, the circular economy is here and now. Our faculty and students are innovating in battery recycling, sustainable packaging, and materials recovery. We use AI, blockchain, and IoT to create smart, transparent, and efficient reverse logistical systems. Second, circularity starts with design. It's not only about managing waste at the end, it's about rethinking how we design products and also the systems right from the beginning. That's why we have embedded sustainability and life cycle thinking into our engineering programs. This helps us train ethical and system-minded innovators. Third, progress happens through partnerships. We believe innovation thrives across borders, disciplines, and institutions. Our global collaborations, including several in India, focus on sustainable energy, digital supply chains, and green manufacturing. India is uniquely positioned to lead in this space. With its entrepreneurial spirit, technological depth, and forward-thinking sustainability agenda, India can drive scalable circular economy solutions. VU's leadership in convening this conference highlights that potential and also amplifies international dialogue. The role of universities is central to this transformation. We are not just educators, we are catalysts for innovation and sustainability. We must prepare students not just for jobs, but to lead in building a more resilient, equitable, and sustainable future. As you engage in the sessions ahead, I encourage you to explore intersections between disciplines, between global and local perspectives, and between technology and policy. Complex challenges demand collaborative and system-level thinking. In closing, I once again thank Vishwakarma University and the entire organizing team for their leadership and hospitality. Though I'm not with you physically in Pune, I am with you in purpose, and I look forward to the ideas and collaborations that will emerge from this important gathering. Thank you and wish you all a productive and inspiring conference.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Atul Kelkar sir for sharing his insightful message among us. As we continue this enriching session, it is our privilege to introduce another distinguished leader whose contributions to education, research, and innovations have created a lasting impact. We are honored to welcome Dr. Vasudev Gade, Vice President, Vishwakarma University, Pune.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Dignitaries on the dais, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Ashutosh Marathe, via Professor Sachi Nandan Mohanty, is a professor at VIT, AP, Professor Pankaj Datta, professor at IIT Mumbai, and just now we heard Professor Atul Kelkar, the Dean at the Watson College of Engineering and Applied Sciences at SUNY Binghamton University, which is our collaborator. Deans of Science and Technology faculty, Professor Kailash Patil, Professor Shabi Sinha, other senior professors, and the faculty members and the delegates for this particular international conference. So on behalf of Vishwakarma University, Vishwakarma Group as such, I extend a very warm welcome to all our delegates here or outside. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate both this Faculty of Science and Technology and Commerce and Management at Vishwakarma University for organizing this conference on a highly interdisciplinary topic, that is International Conference on Reverse Logistic and Circular Economy Strategies for Sustainable Development. And science and technology taking a lead into this particular area is, in my opinion, is the best thing that can happen in the area of interdisciplinary research. When you look at it, it is completely a commerce and management or a e-commerce area. But science and technology, they are innovating research in this area. I think it's a very, very good thing, and that will only ensure the sustainability. Therefore, I am very, very happy, and I was telling both the deans earlier that this should not be restricted to this organizing conference, but it should be actually reflected in the interdisciplinary research at Vishwakarma University in coming years. Okay, if that happens, then I think the conference will serve the purpose. Nevertheless, this area is very, very important. I am not an expert in e-commerce. I am basically a biotechnologist, so I don't know anything about it. But what I can understand as a layman is that there is no area where technology, and particularly artificial intelligence, AI, is not playing a very important role now. Forget about science and technology, that is, of course, it is leading it, but every aspect of our life is now being impacted by technology and particularly AI. A lot of people talk about AI taking away our jobs. Is it true? It is true. There is absolutely no doubt about it. I was watching Wimbledon this year, and if you have been watching it, there used to be linesmen, okay, line women. In every match, there were 10 people every match. This year, it was completely driven by technology, AI. Even the voice, out, foul, in, that was also AI generated. All 10 people, they were removed. Is it good? It is good in the sense that human error is completely eliminated. Okay, nobody can challenge the decision. Okay, but traditionally, if you look at it, decades together, there was a charm. We will see people with a specific uniform and all those things. So look at that, how that change is taking place. But if you look at in totality, it's a welcome change because this is something which is bound to come up now. Okay, so therefore AI is something which you cannot avoid it. Okay, is it a challenge? It is definitely a challenge, but it should be accepted as a challenge so that how do we overcome these challenges that need to be looked into it very seriously, very seriously. India, as has been mentioned, has been aspiring to become third economy or fourth economy. Now, whether it is a circular economy or a linear economy that is going to be sustainable, that I'm not going to enter into. There are scholars in economics, they will think about it. But my point is that anything that is inclusive is going to be sustainable. And anything that is going to be exclusive, okay, that may not ensure sustainability. Okay? And the technology has been brought into that large number of people, each and every citizen becomes a part of these economic exercises. How do we bring that? That is something challenging. There are so many things that in the area of e-commerce or overall management practices, whether it is logistic or a reverse logistics, supply chain, production, so many things, okay? If that technology can play important innovative role and increase the involvement of people into this, okay, so that the production is increased, output is increased, and overall the nation's economy is improved. If that happens, nothing like that. And universities have to take a lead into this. Okay, you cannot depend only on the industries or only on the institutions. If you look at the young population that lies in the universities, okay, it is very unfortunate that in India, our universities are not that much research productive as we see it in other developed countries. Whether it is Europe or in America, all these technology development carried out in the universities. Okay, highest quality research carried out in the universities. It is only in our country that universities have taken a secondary place and the institutions that have taken a primary place. But the number of scholars, the students that is there in these institutions or in industry is very limited, not more than 15%, maximum 10%, but the major population lies in the university. If India has to grow in the area of innovation, research, productivity, then universities have a very important role to play. And the people in the university, they have to believe in themselves. They can make significant contribution as far as improving the economy of the country is concerned. And they have to work in that direction. If that happens, then only the country will grow. Therefore, I think universities have a very important role to play, and interdisciplinary research is something the most important, which is unavoidable. Therefore, this type of a conference is very, very important. I am looking forward that both these faculties will work together. Discussions here, I am told that there was about 48 papers, or 96 papers, I suppose. From there, they have only selected 16. That's a very good thing. That means they are quality conscious. That is something very, very important. Number is not important. The quality is important nowadays. There are so many papers, unfortunately, in Scopus, Web of Science also, okay, but quality is lacking. So quality research has to be carried out, then only it will make a difference. So keep this thing in mind, and such type of conferences should be organized on a regular basis, and it has to be on interdisciplinary nature. So once again, congratulations, and I wish this conference the very, very best. I am very happy and thankful to all our speakers. They have all the way come from Mumbai, IIT, VIT, and also we have people, SUNY Binghamton University, our collaborator for a long time. So thank you very much, and wish to see the success of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we move ahead in this celebration of knowledge and innovation, it is my honor to introduce Professor Dr. Ashutosh Marathe, Vice Chancellor, Vishwakarma University, Pune. Professor Dr. Ashutosh Marathe is currently serving as Vice Chancellor, Vishwakarma University, Pune. Dr. Marathe formerly served as Dean Academics at Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, VIT, Pune, Dean Quality Assurance, and was a senior professor in Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. With academic qualifications including a BE, ME, and PhD from Savitribai Phule Pune University, he was associated with VIT Pune from 1995 and played a pivotal role in shaping its academic framework. With nearly 3 decades of academic and administrative experience, Dr. Marathe has played a key role in institutional development, academic innovation, and quality enhancement. During his tenure as Dean Academics, he oversaw curriculum development, teaching learning processes, NAAC and NBA accreditation, and academic audits. He served as in charge IQAC and led the implementation of NAAC. He also contributed to policy making and academic governance as part of the Institute's academic board. He also worked for Government of Maharashtra as auditor for World Bank project under Technical Education Quality Improvement Program, TEQIP. Dr. Marathe was instrumental in promoting global learning initiatives, facilitates student exchange initiatives with Group École des Mines France, Hof University Germany, NTU Singapore, etc., and spearheaded VIT's collaboration with Coursera for Campus, which enabled students and faculty to access internationally recognized online courses and certifications. Under his leadership, thousands of learners benefited from the platform, enhancing their skills and employability. His research areas include accreditation, quality assurance practices in higher education institution, innovative teaching learning practices, image processing, pattern recognition, electromagnetic, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT applications identified as core areas of specialization. He is a senior member of IEEE and a member of IUPR-AI. He also handled key academic functions such as FY/BTech admissions, ACAP seat allocation, and library development. I would now like to invite Sir on stage to share his insights with us.
good morning. Thank you for the generous introduction. You made me feel like a guest rather than the host. Anyway, good morning, Professor Datta, Professor Mohanty, Dr. Gade sir, Dr. Patil, our invitees, and my colleagues and participants. Sustainable development has been a key area of focus, area of research, and we can see the footprints of that even locally, because Vishwakarma University is locally hosting this. Even you can see region-wise, because IIT Bombay is having its presence over here. Even nationally, because VIT Andhra Pradesh is also having its footprint here. And even internationally, because Binghamton University is also a part of it. In fact, this kind of combination, a mix of all of these organizations speaks volumes about the importance of this topic. So the sustainable development, and we all have been talking about the United Nations SDGs, and a lot of talk has been around that. So we all are aware of the necessity of such conferences, the kind of brainstorming that would take place out of such conferences. And really this conference is one such reason. Another good thing that is happening amongst the Vishwakarma University groups is that two of the faculties with the largest footprint in terms of the faculty student have also joined hands. The science and technology faculty as well as the commerce and management faculty have come together highlighting the importance of such topic. So it's not only within a certain discipline, it's between different faculties that these kind of academic exchanges that have to take place. Such conferences underline and emphasize such requirements. I am sure that all other faculties from within this university as well as the audience outside will also find relevance in some of the topics and some of the presentations. So commerce and management and science and technology joining hands is one unique feature. I'm sure the 16 papers that are shortlisted will also be worth listening to and worth watching as far as their presentations are concerned. But there will be a lot of take-homes. Basically, the idea behind such conferences is not only would you listen to a paper for 10 to 15 minutes, or you would be a part of the dialoguing that takes place after the paper presentation. More about that is networking that can happen beyond the conferences. We all have been a party to that, and the young generation, the students who are going to attend this conference, who would be benefited out of this, is primarily through the knowledge that they will acquire. Some of the seeds of research that will be sown out of these interactions. But more than 1 or 2 day conference, this should be food enough for them to, work with, or, to handle for their own research. There's a lot of food for thought that they would be getting out of these conferences. So such conferences are a welcome melting pot for lots of ideas, lots of creative stuff. And I'm really happy that Vishwakarma University is hosting this conference. And a lot of hard work has gone behind this conference that we have reached to this point today. The 2 days will be a good opportunity to interact, exchange, meet our resource persons. They are eminent and learned in their own domains. So the keynotes will also be a big plus. As well as that, listen to the papers, interact with paper presenters, have a good dialogue, take the ideas and blossom those ideas of research even further. So this is a good opportunity to interact. So I wish the conference all the best and have a good stay for 2 days in Vishwakarma University. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Your guidance continues to motivate us toward excellence in education and research. Today, we come together not only to exchange knowledge, but to build connections, and also to mark this special occasion with a meaningful keepsake, the conference souvenir. More than just a compilation of memories, this souvenir stands as a tribute to the dedication, effort, and passion that have shaped this conference. It captures the spirit of our journey through thought-provoking articles, inspiring messages, memorable photographs, and heartfelt contributions from our distinguished speakers and participants. We extend our sincere thanks to everyone who played a role in bringing this souvenir to life. The editorial team, writers, designers, and all those who have shared their reflections and experiences. Now, it is our honor to unveil the conference souvenir. We kindly invite all dignitaries to release the souvenir. May this souvenir be a cherished memory for this remarkable gathering. As we draw to the end of this remarkable inaugural ceremony of the International Conference on Reverse Logistics and Circular Economy Strategies for Sustainable Development, ICRCSD 2025, it is time to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this event possible. To do the honors, I would like to invite our program chair, Yuvraj Lahoti sir, whose vision and leadership have been driving force behind this conference, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, organizing committee members, participants and volunteers. It is my great honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at the occasion of this remarkable opening ceremony of International Conference on Reverse Logistics and Circular Economy Strategies for Sustainable Development 2025. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Dr. Ashutosh Marathe, Vice Chancellor, Vishwakarma University, for his unwavering support and visionary leadership which laid the foundation for this event's success. A special word of thanks to Professor Dr. Vasudev Gade, Vice President, Vishwakarma University, whose encouragement and guidance have been instrumental throughout the planning and execution of this conference and this event. We are deeply grateful to our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. Pankaj Datta from IIT Bombay. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and sharing your invaluable insight, which will enrich our understanding and will inspire all the attendees. Our sincere appreciation goes to General Chairs Professor Dr. Sachinandan Mohanty, VIT Andhra Pradesh, and Professor Dr. Kailash Patil, Deal Science and Technology, for their tireless efforts and strategic direction and commitment to academic excellence in this conference. We thank Professor Chhabbi Sinha Madam, Dean Commerce and Management, for her constant encouragement and support, which have been vital in making this event a grand success. I would also like to acknowledge the organizing committee members for their meticulous planning, dedication and seamless coordination. Your hard work behind these scenes ensured that this event will be the best event and conference run smoothly after this opening ceremony. A special mention to the faculty from Science and Technology and faculty from Commerce and Management for their active involvement and collaborations, which greatly contributed to the academic richness and diversity of this conference. And also faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication for covering the event for media coverage. To all our esteemed participants, your enthusiasm, thought-provoking discussions further in a day, and scholarly contribution will make this conference truly meaningful. So thank you for being here and participating in this conference. We extend our sincere gratitude to management of SUNY Binghamton University, specifically Professor Kelkar, Dean, Professor Michael Testani for graciously accepting our collaboration request and for their efforts. Their commitment and support have been instrumental in fostering this valuable partnership. We thank sincerely the CRC Press, Taylor Francis, AAP Press for establishing quality paper publication opportunities for participants which have gathered here for this conference. Finally, a big thank you to Dr. Atreya and establishment and all the team, campus management for venue support, and last but not least volunteers working on the various committee. Your commitment, energy and attention to the details have been driving force behind this flawless execution of this opening ceremony. As we conclude, let us carry forward this spirit of collaboration and innovation as told by Dr. Gade and Honorable Vice Chancellor, which will foster here and continue to work together towards advancing the field of reverse logistic circular economy. I conclude with Sanskrit shloka, Yatha ekena chakrena na rathasya gatir bhavet, evam purushakarena vina daivam na siddhyati. Means just a chariot cannot move with a single wheel, so also fate cannot be fulfilled without human efforts, and importantly with a team efforts. So everyone's efforts are leading to success of this conference, and outcome will be quality publication and further research around them. Best wishes to all research, and thank you all once again from Vishwakarma University. Thank you.
Thank you everyone. I would now like to invite you all to come forward for a group photograph, and we will soon be starting with the keynote session after that. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request everyone to please maintain silence as we will be starting with the keynote session. I request everyone to please be seated. भाई अलग ही सीन है. Hello. 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 I request everyone to please be seated as we will be starting with the keynote session. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Pankaj Datta, Shailesh Mehta Chair Professor in Decision Sciences and Operations Research at School of Management, IIT Bombay, India. Dr. Datta holds a PhD from IIT Kharagpur and completed his postdoctoral fellowship at EPFL, Switzerland. His international academic journey includes prestigious roles such as INSA Fellow at Karlsruhe Institute of Technology and DAD Visiting Professor at Humboldt University of Berlin. A respected academic and researcher, Dr. Datta has contributed significantly to the field through his editorial work, with journals like OpSearch and his role as a reviewer, guest editor, and board member for several international publications. He serves as a Central Council member of the Operational Research Society of India, ORSI, and has been part of Parak Scheme Review Committee under AICTE. His achievements have earned him multiple Teaching Excellence Awards, Best Paper recognitions, and research grants. Dr. Datta is also featured in World's Top 2% Scientists single-year category as per the Stanford University study. His areas of research interest include supply chain management, reverse logistics, data analytics, e-commerce, circular economy, and decision-making under uncertainty. His work has appeared in leading journals such as the European Journal of Operational Research, IEEE Transactions on Engineering Management, Journal of Cleaner Production, and many more. With such an illustrious academic and research profile, we are privileged to have Dr. Datta with us today. Now, without further delay, I warmly invite Professor Pankaj Datta to the stage to deliver his address. Please join me in welcoming him with a big round of applause.
So again, good morning, everybody. So now I will talk about the topic that been assigned to me with the theme of the conference. That is International Conference on Reverse Logistics and Circular Economy Practices. To be honest, I have never seen in my 20 years of experience of research and teaching, 25 years of experience, such a niche conference where a specific area has been focused for the conference. You might say these days there are areas like AI, ML, and people are focusing on a specific area on AI, ML, international conference on AI, ML, or say data science. To be honest, the area of AI, ML, and I'll talk a lot about all these things, combination. In the area of current emerging technology, data science, AI, ML are the large area. So everybody can work on that. But having said that, the area of reverse logistics and sustainable supply chain is a very niche area, specifically reverse logistics. Even if it comes to the sustainable supply chain, I know there are many authors who have submitted their paper and the committee have been rigorous to check the paper quality, etc. And even if it is 16 participants in terms of the paper submissions, I'm fine with that. I would like to know how they have developed their work and the more interactive sessions. I believe you have come here. So let us come to the point that, reverse logistics, when I started this research in 2009-10, when I started this area, nobody in the country perhaps used to work in this area. Only 1 or 2 faculty who focused on reverse logistics. In European country, that time, in 2010, I read an article that they have 40% legislation rule to implement for the company that if you sell the product, make sure on the product life cycle gets over, you have the liability to return back the product to the manufacturer. 40% legislation rule, otherwise government will impose the penalty to the company. We are at 25, still we don't have any policy in our country. So imagine in 2010 when I started entering in this area of reverse logistics, supply chain, sustainability, all these things I have been doing my research, inventory management as a part of operation research and operation management area. But reverse logistics, to be specific, since this conference is a specific area of reverse logistics, I'll have to talk a lot about that apart from my research topic of last mile logistics. I'll talk a lot because 45 minutes been assigned to me as a keynote, so it is my responsibility to share many ideas with you. So imagine that 15 years ago when I read the article that companies has to work on their product life cycle. Once it gets refurbished, life cycle is over, they have to return back the other to maintain the environment sustainability, to maintain the circular economy practices, to maintain the CSR practices. But in India, you might say when, our finance minister Dr. Arun Jaitley, when he was the finance minister, perhaps in one such budget, he said that we'll impose some sort of, regulation, penalty to the company so that they should follow the reverse logistics and circular economy practices. But in practice, it's not that much. We have done the study, we have interacted with many companies, specifically the MSME. You go to the Pune, you are at Pune, you go to a lot of MSMEs are here. None of them are practicing circular economy practices, CSR practices, reverse logistics practices, sustainability practices. You know why? You go to Mahindra, you go to TCS, Tata Consultancy Service, they are doing the practices. Because they have the fund, they have the money. You go to MSMEs nearby Pune, in Ahmedabad, in Gurgaon area, or Chennai area, or outskirts of Hyderabad, so many MSMEs, in Bengal also, West Bengal also. But MSMEs are not able to practice the circular economy and reverse logistics practices. You know why? When you ask to them, they'll say, sir, we don't have money to sustain our company, forget about sustainability practices. They have to sustain, they have to take finance for their own sustainability of their product, their business, their model, their competition, how they'll practice these sustainability practices. So imagine the situation in a country where 1.4 billion people are there, so many SMEs. MSME actually drives the Indian economy. And they are not practicing the sustainability. There will be environmental issue. There will be circular, climate issue. And we are seeing that go to Jamuna, the entire Delhi government changed maybe because of part of Jamuna issue. Why? The environmental concerns. The circular economy practices concerns. All the MSMEs, the chemical companies, the production companies, they are, selling, releasing their waste to the Jamuna river directly. No sewage, no waste management policy. So here comes the circular economy. Here comes the climate change. Here comes the sustainability. Under that, there is a niche area in the context of supply chain that is called reverse logistics, where not only the company's benefit will come in terms of economic advantage, it will give the sustainable practices, environmental benefit to the society also. So it looks like that it is a small area, the reverse logistics is a part of supply chain, but effectively it is going to be a huge area in the forthcoming decades. With that note, let me start the topic of my research, that today's presentation, that is called Challenges and Opportunities of Sustainable Last Mile Supply Chain. So you can see that the last mile logistics, right? Yesterday, I left Bombay at 4:30. I reached to outskirts of Pune around 8. So from outskirts of Pune to my hotel, it took 1 hour. So you can understand the importance of last mile. It's a congestion. And for me, I came to Pune till I have reached to Pune at 8 o'clock night. That is Pune. I reached my hotel at 9 o'clock, that is also Pune. And only 10, 12 kilometers. It took 1 hour. So the congestion, if it took 1 hour for me, imagine that in cities like Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Pune, thousands, lakhs of people every day is moving. And every day is losing 1 hour in onwards, and every day 1 hour in the reverse, return. So every people in the country, those who are working in the city, top cities, they are losing 2 hours without doing anything. Without investing anything, without contributing anything to the company, to their personal life. They might scroll the mobile at max. They are not contributing anything. Everybody in the country, all employees, almost 2 hours. 1 hour in the inward journey in the morning, another in the return journey. Everybody, every efficient people, productive people are losing the time. 2 hours in our country. Imagine that if we could have saved that time for everybody in the city urban area, how much we can contribute in terms of mind, value, efficiency, productivity to our country, to our GDP. You can understand the importance of last mile logistics. Most of the e-commerce company, 35 to 40% of most of the e-commerce companies, the revenue are being associated with last mile. 35 to 40% revenue are being associated with the last mile logistics of the e-commerce companies. Because of the city, demand is in city, it has not gone to the urban, rural area yet. So it's a urban driven e-commerce logistics still today. It will take time because of Jio and other Airtel, the network penetration is happening rapidly. And slowly people are, buying products from the small cities also. Still, e-commerce is a city-based business. And imagine the last mile, the example that I have given, people every day lose minimum 2 hours without contributing anything. So if you would have a better last mile logistics, sustainable logistics, imagine that the entire time, the fuel, imagine the fuel. So people are not only losing the time, they are incurring the loss in terms of money by paying fuel also. Everybody is putting the fuel in the car and 2 hours journey are getting wasted every day. Every day it is getting wasted. If there is a flyover from my entry point of Pune to my hotel, direct flyover say, or without any disturbance, if it had come in 10 minutes, my fuel cost would have been reduced. As well as I could have saved my time. My energy would have been there also. While reaching to the hotel, I became tired. Try to understand the thought. And then what happened? At night, I won't be able to do anything. So entire process is linked to the last mile. It's not like that since I am giving a talk on last miles, I am highlighting the process, but the true is here. The true part is here. And I'll share many thoughts. It's not about last mile. It's about the infrastructure, the logistics infrastructure. If somebody sent a product from JNPT airport to say Calcutta or say to Patna or to say Baddi, Himachal Pradesh, it might take 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, maybe 7 days. If there is a strike or something, some issues happen and on the road, trucks will stay on the outside of the road for 10 days, 7 days, 8 days. So by that time, product will get deteriorated. And there will be no value of that product once that reach it. So imagine the kind of loss that, therefore our Nitin Gadkari, the famous, one of the best minister perhaps in our country, in the history of independence, post-independence, the logistics and infrastructure ministry, Nitin Gadkari. What he said? He said, in one such interview he said, or talk he said, that America is rich because their infrastructure was rich, because the roads were good. Not because America is rich, because of America rich, not their roads were good. It's the other way. Because of the roads were good, America became rich. Because of the infrastructure, logistics is good. Because of that, America became rich. So the importance, understand the importance of that thought. So in India also, if you have a good last mile logistics, good connectivity, good logistics part, probably we will also become too rich. Hence there is a need to invest on the infrastructure. Hence there is a need to do research on that. Hence there is a need to integrate IoT, Industry 4.0 in logistics systems, which will enhance not only the company's value, save the money, cost, also it will give the customer satisfaction and the government benefit in other terms also. Everything is related to the infrastructure, logistics and last mile. Company, most of the company, their majority of the cost comes from the logistics part. Majority of the cost. When it comes to sustainability, when it comes to the last mile logistics, like in a sustainable supply chain, in terms of carbon emission, definitely manufacturing has the maximum contribution. Post that, after that, supply chain segment has the maximum carbon emission in logistics, in overall company's carbon emission process calculation. So imagine that logistics, supply chain are the backbone of Indian economy. One of the vice president of your organization, of your university, just now he told that focus on the circular economy, understand, etc. To be honest, economy, which is a different terminology than circular economy, but circular economy drives the economy. Circular economy drives the economy. So keeping that point in mind, when it comes to the conference on reverse logistics and the sustainable circular economy practices in supply chain, you can understand the importance of this. It's true that your organizer, those who have organized this, who have been organizing this conference, probably they are busy with managing these events, the different activities, etc. And they have organized a conference in a little small scale because of the small niche area. But to be honest, this can be made as one of the largest event in the country. This can be made as one of the largest event in the country if a proper awareness and proper importance are being spread across the nation. It's possible. And when it comes to the last mile logistics, I'll focus more on last mile logistics along with the reverse logistics part. The major area that need to be concentrated is e-commerce. Because in e-commerce, last mile is the major issue. It's not like the general products also have the same, do not have the issue of last mile logistics. But e-commerce segment, which has the highest potential, grow in an exponential manner in our country. Imagine the population of Germany and the area of Germany is smaller than Maharashtra. Imagine the entire population of entire Europe is less than half of India. Less than half Indian population is double than that. And when you have so much of people and our poverty level is reducing and the economic growth is happening in a rapid manner with 6.5 growth rate, GDP growth rate, maybe 10 years down the in 1990, early 90s, China and India have the same economy almost. Despite of that, Manmohan Singh introduced the open market of FDI investment in 1991. That time we were close to the China. But in 25 years, what happened? We have reached to 4 trillion now. China has gone to 20 trillion. 20 trillion, 5 times than us. Imagine this. So how you focus on infrastructure, how focus on the technology development, how focus on the manufacturing process, how focus on the make in India kind of thing, that all are associated with the growth engine. And all these things possible if you think, if you all of you could see that in YouTube or Instagram that China, when it comes to the China, have you seen anything, some small video, people are dancing? Probably no. What do you see? Infrastructure. Most of you see what, in case, I know there are small kids, some small college boys, girls, that's different part, but overall if you see, from China, what news comes to us, to the world? They showcase their infrastructure, the logistics, the bridge, the development part it comes, because they are investing there, what US done 100 years ago. And in logistics, as I mentioned, the last part of logistics has the highest potential to contribute to the economy, to the company as well as to the society, as well as to the country. So the last part is called of supply chain, is called the last mile logistics. Last mile, when it comes to the consumer, the product delivered to the consumers from the company. So that segment, congestion, you can see the delivery issue, the customer satisfaction. You have a birthday, you have given an order of pizza, or say some cake or some gift. You thought it will come before your birthday celebration comes or inauguration comes, but your inauguration will come over, birthday celebration will over, the pizza, the gift has not come yet. The cake will not come yet. If the cake come after 2 hours and your event gets over, but in mobile it will show it will come in 25 minutes. But because of congestion, because of logistic issue, it is not able to, it is not coming here. So what? Do you have any value of that cake? Do you have any value of that gift? It's over now. The event is over now. So you don't have any need for that. So this is the loss. You might return the product or you might give a wrong feedback. What will happen? It will have a reverse impact to the company. It will have a reverse impact to the company. In Rajasthan, there is a study in certain in Bikaner area of Rajasthan and some part of Jharkhand and Bihar. When e-commerce companies send their product, there is a group of people, gang of people, who are associated with the logistics teams, they have the revenue sharing kind of fraud people who take out the product and put some odd items inside the product and repack the product and they send the product to the customer. When customer open the product, they have paid the money. When open the product, they see their original product is not some fraud or something false, some items are there. Who lose the opportunity? The company lose the opportunity. Flipkart did a study of that. The company lose the opportunity. And what happened? Customers will never buy the product from never enter to the Flipkart website because of that experience. So imagine that in last mile, it's not about the cost benefit, the value customer satisfaction, it's about transparency, it's all about trust, right? When you open a app to buy some product, your first is that trust of the website. Whether you pay from your credit card or bank account or not, the trust is important, the transparency is important. In that case, if you want to really implement a better transportation system, monitoring process, you might include some technology over there in the last mile. This is also a challenge, like IoT, like big, GPS system, or maybe blockchain system. If you implement it, you will be able to trace the products, who is doing the fraud, where it is happening. It might take time to implement all this process, but the fraud will be sorted out, right? This will save your improve the customer satisfaction and save your monetary value. So all this part, technology, innovation, company strategy, government policy, all this put together will support the last mile logistics. Reverse logistics, as I told, I have some, here, look at the last red part, the return management, the waste management, and disposal of waste. It was the basic thoughts to define reverse logistics earlier. The return management, the product return, and recycling process, reuse process, and how you can gain some insights from it. From the company perspective, it was defined as a reverse logistics 10-15 years ago. But now, it's not about related to the return management, it's not about related to simply recycling process. It's about circular economy. When it's come to the circular economy, they have so many components under it. 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 12 or so many activities are being included under circular economy. Whether it's a sustainable practices, whether it's a social benefit, whether it's a environmental benefit, whether it's a economic benefit. All three pillars come under circular economy practices. And for any company, whether it's MSME, whether it's a large scale company, whether it's a small scale company, if you don't practice the circular economy activities, you will not sustain. Today you might think that you are focusing on your company's product. Tomorrow your competitor will come up with a green bag, which is a new better product category which might be costing higher, but people will buy that product because of the green policy. But you might think that let us increase the revenue, let us think about the EBITDA. But that's not the objective. The objective here should be, along with your business portfolio, you make sure you maintain the sustainable practices. And when you maintain the circular economy and sustainable practices, reverse logistics in terms of supply chain part, in terms of return management part, and better waste management process, reverse logistics is one of the integral part of business policy, or the intricate part of strategy of a company. You think about marketing, you think about strategy, you think about the policy, everywhere logistics will be an integral part, because the logistics and operation, without that you cannot do anything. And when it comes to the logistics, make sure you maintain the circular economy practices, the environmental concerns, and at the same time the better return management process. I will show you a couple of interesting thoughts how the reverse logistics and last mile actually change the company's perspective or the thought process. Here you can see some of the key challenges that I have mentioned in an overview. You can see the higher delivery cost. Not able to, yeah, it's fine. The higher delivery cost, I have given examples. The traffic congestion, you understood that the importance of this. You know, traffic congestion I have talked about, the higher delivery cost I talked about. Couple of ideas you think, just I am throwing to you couple of ideas, how it is so important. You know, last year, around, if you talk, suppose you are from Pune, Bombay, Maharashtra, right? I am assuming that majority of you are from Maharashtra. So you like all the cities of Maharashtra. You tell me, who own the majority of companies, IT companies in their city? Pune or Bombay? It's Pune. Pune has much more IT flavor than Bombay. You know, Bombay is the financial city. In last 1 year, because of traffic congestion, because of lack of infrastructure and logistics issue, 25 IT companies shifted from Maharashtra to Bombay to Pune and Bangalore and Hyderabad. 20, they are struggling. Bombay city is struggling with IT company. On the top of struggle, 25 companies left in 1 year itself. And where they have shifted? Either to Pune or Bangalore or Hyderabad. Why they are shifting? Why companies are shifting from Pune, Bombay city to other city, small city? Because of congestion. Every day, if their employee lose 2-3 hours, every day without doing anything, and they become tired, why they will pay so much money? An employee can't do that, can't stay in South Bombay. They can't stay in BKC. They can't stay in Andhri. They have to stay outskirts of city, Kalyan, Dambivali, etc. And they have to travel every day. And early morning, 8 o'clock, they will wake up, and they will reach at 10 o'clock, 2 hours lost. And 5 o'clock, they will leave, and they will reach at 9 o'clock night. So every day, 4-5 hours, they are losing. The company also can't do anything. So this is what the last mile importance, this is what the congestion and cost. And imagine that if somebody can't move in the city, the employee, the delivery person, the delivery companies also, the logistics last mile part also, will also suffer same way. They cannot fly, na? They will also have to go in the same queue. So they are also losing. So in logistics and the last mile, the traffic congestion, the higher cost, delivery cost, because of that, everything is impacted. Cost, fuel, time, everything is impacted. And when the travels, the vehicle routine, you might know, right? When a vehicle goes out from the delivery, from say mother hub or say distribution center, it reaches to different location. The van, the delivery car, vehicle won't go with only one product. They will take on that particular route. The vehicle routine planning is being done by the companies, and when they reach to the different location, effectively they find the best route where maximum delivery can be happened. The delivery points, one in this place, one in another place, another in another place, and then the vehicle will come back, so that all people get satisfied with the same vehicle. So if one get delayed, every other people get delayed, and everybody suffered, and there will be bad review on that. So therefore, the last mile aspects is one of the biggest challenge for the companies. One of the biggest challenge for the company. You might say that the Pune road, recently there is an announcement that Pune road, Bombay-Pune road will be one of the most profitable road in the country. It will be expanded to 8 lane, I think, or 10 lane kind of thing. Good initiative. But before that, you think how you can come up with a ring road in Pune, how you come up with a coastal road in Bombay, how quickly you can establish your metro line in Pune, in Bombay. Since last 10 years, I could see that intercity jam with metro in Bombay city. Only one route has been finalized, 1 or 2 routes. So better to focus that, quickly finish this. Better to come up with the ring road in Pune and prepare a service road, so that everybody who want to go from this location to the other location of the city, they should go take the service road, go to the main ring road and quickly reach to that location. This way, actually, you can enhance the productivity of the people as well as the benefit for the company, economic benefit. It's not economic, fuel, cost, service delivery, service rate, as well as the customer satisfaction. Here you can see customer satisfaction. These are the top challenges of reverse logistics, last mile delivery, and the supply chain systems. This creates the concern. Environmental impact, imagine that. Another example, let me tell you. AC is not working. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let me remove this. Huh? So it's sweating, I'm sweating. So let me tell you another interesting examples. Through examples, you will understand this actually effectively. You will understand the essence of logistics last mile. I am a senior professor at IIT Bombay. And you know, currently I am staying in a 14 stories tower since 2012 based on my seniority. After that, since 12 to 23, 25 now, another 13 years I've been since 2008. So I had an opportunity to get much bigger apartments. Recently, IIT Bombay has come up with a very big luxury building, luxury tower of 22 storage building, 23 storage building, 24 storage building, luxury tower, 4 BHK. In every room there is a luxury washroom. The balcony is like Karan Johar set, film set. The balcony of the every apartment. It's this type of apartment. So every apartment has a 3-side open. You can't see in India now. But IIT Bombay has provided that apartment to me. I had the opportunity to get one flat on 18th floor. So I could see entire view of the city. And if you open the window, you take a photo, you look like you are at New York. Because towers you are seeing and the hills you are seeing. But I denied. I declined to take that flat. You know why? Because of environmental issue. The tower has been set up due to the politics or whatever the region has been set up near the main gate of the IIT. And in main gate, there is the JBRL road goes, one of the busiest road in the city. Understand the thought what I am trying to pass to you. People like us getting a flat of 5 crore with free of cost in 18th floor in the heart of the city, who will leave this opportunity? Nobody will leave this, right? But I left the opportunity. I declined that. I got 2 years of penalty that you cannot move anywhere now because you have declined to take that flat. But despite of that, I realized that I should not go there. Why? Because the building has been constructed nearby the main gate, just adjacent to the main gate. And there is a big JBRL road has gone. And nearby that main gate, there is a traffic. Because people has to go out from the campus, there is a big traffic. Every 3 minutes, traffic comes, traffic signal comes. Every 3 minutes. And every 3 minutes, around 100, minimum 100 vehicles come, one from 100 from this side, 100 from that side. Everybody stay nearby my building. Just if you throw a stone, it will fall on the top of a vehicle. So it's so close. And every 3 seconds, every 3 minutes, 100 this side, 100 that side. 200 vehicles are coming and they're stopping there. And once the signal goes up, they open the accelerator. And the vehicle's carbon emission happens. Where the dust will go? To my nose. You understand? The dust will come to me. One photographer studio is there nearby to the store. I went to him. He said, I've been seeing him since 2008 when I joined. He has a store. He said, sir, because I took some photography to go to the outside, say, if you go to foreign, you need some passport size, different type of passport for a different country. So I have a good relationship with that fellow, the photographer, the studio person. Recently I went to him, he was coughing. I said, what happened to you? Sir, pucho mat. Bahut bukhar hai, lungs mein problem hai. I said, you know why? Because you stay in a very bad location. You should have put a glass in front of your store so that directly the dust should not go to you. So imagine that environment is so important. Maintain a good. I could not take that opportunity because of my son, because of myself, etc. That luxury is not important. Staying peacefully is more important than getting a luxury apartment in the city of Mumbai. So if that impacted my thought process, there might be many issues to the entire country. There might be many issues to the entire country. Think about that, Jamuna. You go to Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad. I'm not saying about any country, any state or any government. I'm telling the examples. You go to Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad city, you realize the green, the environment, the productivity of the location. And you go to Jamuna river in Delhi, you will see the pollution. So environmental impact is one of such information which comes majority from last mile logistics and the manufacturing. Manufacturing and last mile logistics. So we have to come up with a better policy. So if these are the challenges, what are the way to mitigate these challenges? What are the process that companies should adapt? Here I have listed a couple of challenges and the processes for everybody. You will get to know, perhaps, look at here. I'll come to this slide, look at here. Is it possible, is it visible to everybody? Here you can see that crowdsourcing delivery, service innovation, logistics optimization, last mile hit rate, and reverse logistics is also one such part. So for sustainable supply chain, these are the points, 16 points, we have 14 to 15 points that we have found. It is not my write-up. We have found these points by analyzing around 150 research articles across the world. By analyzing 150 research articles across the world, and these are the key points, key solution process where companies should focus to overcome the issues in logistics, challenges in logistics, and come up with a better sustainable supply chain planning in last mile, in e-commerce, and this is more on last mile related. And you know what are the most impact? Here we have done a study. We have taken the experts' opinion from 500 experts from the logistics domain, and this study was done around 19 and 20 before COVID. And you see among the parameters, among the solution points, you see automatic delivery vehicle has come up with the last importance. No impact. You know why? But these days, this is the most important part. Because if in 19, when experts give the feedback, when you do the sample survey, experts thought that even 6 years ago, this revolution of technology, the AI, ML, and the electric vehicle drone were not popular in India. They thought it is important, but we cannot implement. So better to focus the other part, the logistics optimization, and the other part, couple of points are there. Cost minimization and other parts. And vehicle routine, focus on that. General policy for the companies. But if you do this study, this 2019 document, that this particular pyramid, probably this will come down. The electric vehicle, the drone technology, the automatic vehicle locker system. I have somewhere I will mention the locker system. We have the post office system before independence. Post office. If post office is very much effective in your country, in our life, why can locker system can't be effective? Government has to take the initiative. Government has to support to the companies. Delivery process. Even in your home, if both of you work job, how will pick up the products? There should be delivery point. There should be locker system. In US it is there. Why it will not be in our last mile process, in our supply chain process, in our country? It has to be. Post office, when the post office person come to your home and you are not there, they don't drop, they return back. To maintain the transparency and the confidentiality of the product, you have to go back to the post office, you have to collect it to some extent. Unless you have a society, locker, etc. Same concept, locker, society, post office kind of thing, nearby area, why it can't be implemented? You might see, the logistics person, when they come, they want to deliver a product to you. You are not there. They'll go back. There's big logistics loss. Big logistics loss. Cost, efficiency, productivity, time, everything. Let them to deliver. If you are not there, still let them to deliver something. So this locker concept are popular in last mile in US. Very popular. They can think on that, but in India we can't think. So that is a solution. This way you have to bring innovation. Let me tell you another two company. The drone technology. We never thought. I had a presentation in some other location, and when I raised that, the drone technology can actually change the entire country's economy. Drone technology. Gen technology, in last 3 years, gen technology become like a, to be honest, like Asian Paints our country, so demandable. Why? Because they focus on drone development. Not only for the defense sector, plus the regular agriculture and healthcare and everywhere. But government has a policy that except defense, agriculture and perhaps healthcare, you cannot use drone in the urban area. Because people can throw a bomb also. So that is a different part, but drone has the credibility to change the policy. because we have too much of population, road congestion is there, infrastructure and all. Also through drone you can actually make the good advantage of it. Which are the couple of solutions? I'll come to that, but before that, let us see the points that actually, that innovation that actually can save or enhance the last mile logistics and sustainable supply chain practices. These are the newest technology kind of thing. One is the big data. We talk about big data. It's a part of Industry 4.0. And why the importance of big data is so important in our society? You know, in last 1 decade, whatever the data we have generated, last hundreds years we have not generated that. In last 1 decade, whatever we have generated, last 3 years we have generated double than that. So every year we are generating huge amount of data, and earlier we never used to store. Now we are storing all this data. So if you can understand, think about LIC. That is why I was talking to him. LIC, one of the largest company in our country, PSU company. Their revenue is too good actually. You can imagine it. Revenue, profit also. But do you know, they don't manage their data effectively. As compared to that, if you go to Asian Paints, if you go to Reliance, TCS, probably they manage Bajaj Finance, one of the largest NBFC in our country, probably they manage their data much better. They manage their big data, transaction, delivery, everything, customer choice, customer experience, behavior, everything in a better manner, whether it's Asian Paints, Bajaj Finance, than LIC. But LIC has the largest employee. LIC has the largest network. So imagine if you get the data of LIC, and if you use the technology, all these things, big data, Industry 4.0 technology, how much you can innovate the LIC performance. In which state, what type of people, whether just aged people or the younger generation or the middle-aged people are buying the product, etc., you will be able to understand that. Definitely LIC has started doing that, but to be honest, since we are at the top level of our country and we do all this research, we know who is at what position. You cannot compare the performance of LIC with the data-driven decision-making of LIC or even Indian corporation, different petroleum corporations with Asian Paints or Bajaj Finance. They are much ahead because the private sector, they know the importance of Industry 4.0 implementation. They are managing that. So that technology integration and innovation is one such aspect which can also improve the last mile part. IoT, you might be doing your research, right, or project. If you are MBA students or a PhD students, you know that. In your research, you do some industry, integrate some Industry 4.0 technology, say blockchain, IoT, GPS, and all these parts, small activities. You will probably get a publication, because people will appreciate your thoughts. They are integrating the Industry 4.0 technologies in your research, and you are trying to bring innovation with your regular research product. Consumer feedback, qualitative research, quantitative research are important. At the same time, if you integrate the technology and you come up with a better suggestion with your model of the policy and the kind of decision support system, well, it will be much more acceptable to the academics journals than simple empirical study. So therefore, when it comes to the innovation, the smart locker as a system, electric vehicle, autonomous vehicle, drone system, and the Industry 4.0, AI and ML technology. In 2008, I joined IIT Bombay. My area is analytics, operation research, statistics, data science, all these things. In 10, there is 8, 9, 10, there is no demand of data science. ये करके क्या होगा? There is no future. क्या statistics पढ़ाओगे? Calculation, optimization पढ़ाओगे? क्या value है? करना है तो supply chain में काम करो. If you want to do work on supply chain, if you want to explore yourself, in 10, 8, 9, 10, I am talking about. Work on marketing. But in 15 years, what happened? Even marketing management people or supply chain people don't talk what is your research area. They don't say marketing management. They say marketing analytics. If you go to supply chain people, what is your research area? Supply chain analytics. They will not say supply chain management. See the change in last 15 years, 10, 15 years. Even if you go to HR people, they will say, कहाँ पे research कर रहे हो? No, I am working on HR analytics. So imagine the transition happening with the people mind. Because of the data, because they can understand AI, what is this? ML, what is this? It's a trained process, right? Definitely AI is capturing the human mind with the better machine intelligence process. But all these are data-driven decision making. Without data, everything will fail. Therefore, our Prime Minister, when he went to France and gave a talk about AI, what he said and machine learning, what was his first talk? One of the most popular talk, that AI is good, but make sure AI should not be used for bad purpose. Because AI is totally data driven. He gave an example, our Prime Minister in France, he gave an example of AI ML, that if you ask a machine about your disease, they'll analyze your all past history with the data, and they'll recommend that this kind of situation happened to you, and like disease happened to you probably, and you be diagnosed with this medicines, etc. AI will provide you all these solutions. Good. But if you ask AI, draw a figure of a person who writes in left hand, the AI will provide a person with right hand, not left hand. You know why? Because most of the people are used by right hand. Very less people use left hand. And the data is stored with the right hand only. So AI will see that 99%, 98% probability, confidence interval are on right hand. So they will think about accuracy, and they will increase their accuracy AI, and the accuracy level is right hand, not the left hand. So they will come up with a right hand picture. The actual story you may get to know what Prime Minister talked about that. So this is what the drawbacks, how you can utilize that. So therefore, entire AI and ML process are data-driven decision making. So if you are expert on data analysis, data analytics, predictive analytics, descriptive analytics, and the prescriptive analytics, and the part of machine learning process, automatically your knowledge on AI ML will enhance, and you will get a better job opportunity. Imagine that those who are working on the computer science department or in your professor's level, probably everybody is molding themselves to AI ML, to the analytics domain, because that is the future. That is the future. Sundar Pichai, when he became the CEO of Google, he came to IIT Kharagpur because of alma mater. And at IIT Kharagpur, there is an interaction with the students. One students from the maths background and basic engineering background, they are asking, what will be our future? We do calculation, maths, basic statistics, perhaps we won't get it. Then he said, you have the maximum future. Computing is the future now. And you might get a highest job as perhaps better than the other disciplines. So therefore, if you are enhancing your knowledge skill in the data science domain, analytics domain, AI ML domain, probably in every sector you will be able to implement it. Therefore, analytics and AI is a topic where it will enhance every discipline. Why not? Not only supply chain or last mile or reverse logistics. If you attend a conference, as I said, if you attend a conference of marketing also today or tomorrow, probably there will be a separate session, separate talk on AI ML in marketing. People will talk less on marketing. People will talk how analytics, AI, ML can be integrated with marketing. The entire conference team will divert to that. Because people are interested to learn that. Even experts are also molding themselves to enhance their skill on that particular area so that they can also become, because that's the future. 10 years down the line, it's like computer is coming in our society. When computer came, many people opposed, many people thought that they will eat our job, and it revoluted the revolution happened from there, right? Similarly, the AI ML are the topic which will actually completely transform the entire society and the technology part. Everything will be driven by AI ML. So still it is the right time for us, perhaps, for everybody to enter into this domain. Even senior professors, senior who have achieved everything in their life, they are also reading AI ML. You float a certificate program, if you are, suppose, academician, you float a certificate program for industry people with your area, you might not get even 10% of enrollment. You float an area with AI, ML flavor, you will get 100% full enrollment. Look at this. This is one such research that we have done using simulation. It's a reverse logistics. It's an integrated part of reverse logistics, when reverse logistics has two different components, two different thoughts. One is the just return management by anybody and do refurbishing, recycling, cost benefit, environmental and all the sustainable practices. Another is the let's come return the product, collect the product, used products, or say return the product, delivery products, whatever the area you are applying the reverse logistics, that should come back to your company itself. When it's been collected, waste management, this year government, Nirmala Sitharaman has given a lot of thoughts, lot of investment to the waste management policy, whether it's a water and the waste, right? Why? Because there is importance for that. So in reverse logistics, there are two ways of managing reverse logistics. One is by third party, or maybe anybody who can do the reverse logistics aspects. Another, the company itself. When company does the reverse logistics process and return the product and they use it for their remanufacturing practices or secondary product, etc., it's become closed loop supply chain, which is another segment of reverse logistics. Where, for example, Maruti. Think about Maruti. If you look at the Maruti sale, probably that around 25 to 30, I don't know the exact value figure, but probably more than 20% revenue comes from the secondary market, resale. You go to different resale area of Maruti, you will realize that how much sale are happening. You might find 10 people in the showroom, Maruti showroom. You will find 100 people in the secondary market of Maruti. Every day 100 sales are happening in the secondary market of Maruti. What they do, they collect the product, they refurbish the model, change the engine or modify the engine, like repair the engine, make a lookover of the product, they sell it with a discount price. People are buying that. It's a part of return management. It's a part of closed loop supply chain process. They are generating revenue. ITC, ITC, one of the largest company, FMCG company in our country after Hindustan Unilever, right? And ITC now they are expanding not only cigarette to the FMCG also. Ashirvad Atta you all know. ITC, Ashirvad Atta, Chawal, etc. they produce. They have a production center, R&D in Andhra Pradesh, Guntur. Big plant is there. We did a study. You talk about innovation, government also talk about side of startup, etc. Here I am giving a small idea. You don't have to do anything. Just tie up with ITC, and when ITC products some atta and all these things, some rice, etc., and the product they focus on the main manufacturing, the waste material from the when you are producing that the atta, right? So what happens? The remaining part, the waste part, maybe 2%, 3%, because they are focusing on the main manufacturing. 97-98% are going to that. The remaining 2% wastage are happening with say ITC. That waste amount, if you collect, you have to source, because ITC is wasting that. You work as a company, startup company, collect that product from ITC only, forget about all other hundreds, thousands companies in our country. Probably you will save, at least you will get a profit benefit of 2.5 crore every month. You go to India, go to so many startups company incubation, how much they are earning, they are loss making. They might become profit making after 20 years. By that time, revolution will happen. You don't know what will happen. So people are focusing different technology. Here is one such examples. You don't have to do anything. Just go to ITC and take their waste materials and produce byproducts and sell it to the market. You have the source. Big company, you won't have to find order kahan se aayega, because order is there, product is there. Just sell it to the secondary market by producing refurbished products. You will become a millionaire. This is what the scope of circular economy. This is what the scope of logistics and the sustainable practices, waste management. One such example I have given. Another example I am giving. We buy laptop, we buy cell phone, we buy desktop. After use, we throw it. But do you know, every motherboard is the main generator of your laptop and the cell phone, right? Every motherboard require gold, some amount of gold, but we throw it. There are many companies, many people who earn their business, who live with their life by collecting the motherboards and taking out the gold and selling it to the gold companies. If you collect 14,000 laptop, if you can collect 14,000 secondary laptop, you will generate 1 kg gold. Just 14,000 laptop, maybe number figure I forgot, I read article. If you just collect, it is possible, you can do it actually. If you 4 or 5 people to put together, create a team, and if you collect 14,000 laptop in 1.4 million people, it is easy to collect 14,000 laptops, old laptops. Take it out, you will get a 1 kg gold, life ban jayega. Your mother, father will be very happy. 1 kg gold, we can buy 1 gram, 10 gram. HCL, Dell, they are doing this. Dell, the first company in the world who initiated this circular economy practice. It's a part of circular economy practices. Because they understand the importance of electronic e-waste. And they are taking out the money, the benefit of it, and they are creating ornaments, they are selling to the market, etc. They have their big partnership. Dell is a large scale company in the world, right? Imagine that, but we can think on that. This is what the benefit, how we can utilize the waste materials, how can we make a better products, byproducts from the waste. This will enhance your circular economy practices, this will enhance the environment, this will give a job also, social sustainability also. All put together are defined as the circular economy. Many examples, I can give dozens of examples to everybody. If I stand here, if I talk up to evening, every second, every minute I will give interesting examples. You will realize the importance of circular economy practices these days. And I am fortunate that I have changed my area to circular economy and analytics and AI/ML. Two hot topics. One is the circular economy and another is the technology like AI/ML. So at this age, I could have enjoyed my life. I have achieved everything. I should not say that, but for academician, like get a good job, publish good quality papers, produce 10, 12 PhD students, get the recognition, get some teacher award, best teacher award, publish in the top class journals, get promotion to the reach to the highest level of promotion, then enjoy your life. Right? That is the kind of thought. Otherwise, kab enjoy karoge? Money kya karoge? Either your parents will say that. If you at the age of 45, 46, if you study at night, then when will you enjoy? Suppose your mother will say like that, your father will say like that, because they want you should not read every day. But the point here is that if you don't study, if you don't enhance your skill, you will become obsolete. And sustainable practices, circular economy practices, and the data science, AI/ML, are the two areas in this area which will drive the entire economy in every country. Even if you work in any other area, whatever the area you belongs, this is the right time for our country, the young generation, the researchers, to have some flavor of analytics, to have some flavor of AI/ML, to have some ideas on circular economy practices. If at this age, if we can change our research area, if we can modify ourselves to that domain, why you can't do that at this age? Look at this. It's a closed loop supply chain of an electronics products company. And it's a simulation model. We did it. And we published in the top class journal. It takes time to develop a reverse logistics network for a company. We have developed a model for Flipkart also, like I should not take the name of the company, with that type of companies also. In a country level, we have developed case document in journal also. But here I just, for the sake of information, I have shared on document that how the reverse logistics works. This might not be relevant to say Flipkart or say Amazon, they have a different model like hub and scope kind of thing, dark store and the distribution center, and there are different type of model framework are there because they don't own the product. They buy the product from Godrej, they buy the product from HUL, they buy the product from Mantra, and they sell it to the market. Like Vanishon or say Peter England are not be produced by Flipkart or Amazon, but you can buy. You can buy a Whirlpool washing machine, LG washing machine from Amazon, but Amazon does not produce it. So what they do their own warehouse. They store the warehouse or they have a tie-up with the manufacturer. Directly, if you give an order, you are in Bombay, Pune, your product might not come from Pune. Product might come from Bangalore, from their mother house. So they have a delivery process, all these things, they know what is the best policy in a system network, they plan it. So the point here I am telling that for e-commerce, the last mile, the logistics planning, the vehicle routine, the delivery process are different. Their logistics model is different. For an electronics company who owns that products and they make the reverse logistics, they are different. Here, in this particular figure, the simulation model, we have developed it for a electronics company and how the reverse logistics model can help them their products. This can be implemented to Maruti also. This can be, it's a closed loop. How Maruti can manage their secondary product and they can sell to the market. It's a put together, forward and reverse. This one is the forward supply chain and this one is the reverse supply chain. How they can manage their entire business planning. Everything is put here. Put the data, it's a data-driven model, simulation model. If you run the model, this entire model will run over a period of time. And you will see the performance, the policy studies, you can see over a period of time how that model will work, where is the issue, which division is not working, how the data are behaving, everything you can see. It takes time, but it will give you the picture about the company's performance. Forward and reverse put together. Since it's a reverse logistics conference, so I thought of bringing this. And now it takes time to develop it. If you think that this simulation model will take huge time to put the data, relationship, etc., look at the next level. Look at this. It is much more complex. Same model, you can simulation model of reverse logistics or closed loop supply chain. If you think this is a complex, putting data collection, relationship building and seeing the company performance over a period of time, it will take time. Look at this. More parameters, more variable, make it more practical. See where what is happening. And accordingly you put the data, understand the features, the subdivision, why the Pune segment is doing better than the Bombay segment. Why Hyderabad is shining like bigger than Bangalore. So you understand that. Why the real estate market of say, Hyderabad is much bigger or gaining a Noida than Bombay, Pune. So you have to understand that, and in order to understand, you need a nitty-gritty of information. That will enhance your model and the structure of the product. Here is one such reverse logistics model which can actually give you a better insights of that. The modeling part of reverse logistics I am talking about. You can do qualitative study. This study that I have talked about, this one, this study, it's all about actually qualitative study. These factors that we have identified from 150 journals, from all level journals. Then we verified these parameters, these factors, how last mile can be enhanced, what are the challenges and what are the solution process, strategy that can be implemented by the company. We have taken experts' feedback from 500 people who work on that domain. And then around 400 something. And then we analyzed. And then we come up with the solution and the strategy. This is called the qualitative research of management research. And we have implemented in this last mile model. And we found which better, which less important. Here you can see hit rate, customer satisfaction, logistics cost, and better vehicle routine are the key points for the company. They want to focus only that part. Customer satisfaction, hit rate. Higher hit rate means good. They don't think of anything else. And lower logistics cost and a better vehicle routine. These three are the most important part of last mile for them. Look at the blue colors. The red and the yellow are not important. These factors, out of 14 factors, these are not that important. So therefore, they are closer to the origin. But those is a different 4 segment, 1, 2, 3, 4 segment we have created based on the technology and the investment. Operational efficiency and the technology innovation, both. Without technology also one can do the better performance, right? So this is operational efficiency. And if you integrate the technology, how you can enhance. So both two separate integration study we have done without technology and with technology. And we have found that, or maybe only operational activities performance. So in both cases, we found that hit rate, logistics cost minimization, and better vehicle routine are the three components of last mile company and to consider. But look at the automatic vehicle, drone, these are, or say locker system, which are already implemented in US or Western countries, are not important in India. Because this study we have done in 19, that time 6, 7 years also we never thought about the technology and etc. We thought of how to sustain of our business, how to remain value added to the competition. That's important, so they focus on that one. But now if you do this study, same 500 people feedback, probably these parameters, these factors, these solutions will go in the top side. Automatically it will change. Look at this yellow color figure. You will be surprised to know where we are, what industry wants. There are many researchers, many academicians who could be supposed here. Interestingly, look at this, the factors that I talked about, 14, 15 factors, right? The synonym I have mentioned here, couple of points I have, the abbreviation I have mentioned here. You can see that. So these are the histograms. Histograms are the opinion from the literature, from across the world. Which one is important, which one is less important, do the research on that. But if you look at the yellow color on the backdrop, this actually says what industry wants. And you can see the mismatch. In some area where industry actually wants, that you focus on this particular area, but academicians are not doing it. They are focusing on publication. But industry want, no, we don't require publication. We want the practical aspects. And look at the mismatch. In some cases, say logistics cost. So look at to some extent it might measure. Look at a couple of points like hit rate, logistics, to some extent you can see here. Look at the logistics cost, hit rate, etc. are too much of important, where company needs to focus. And if you see the survey also, look at, they are also in the top level. And people, what they are doing modeling only. They are doing modeling only. Maybe, you can see, say, framework, optimization, all these things they are doing. But they are not seeing what actually industry require. So there is a gap between these. This is only one such study what we have done, that the gap between industry and the academician. For every study, whatever the area are doing, if you can check this part now, your academic research you do and check how many papers are coming. You can do the statistical analysis. You can understand in which area maximum papers are coming. So you can understand the trend where people are focusing, and go to the industry, take their opinion and see where they are saying. You will see in some area which is common, people are focusing. In some area where they need, but we are not doing. You explore that area. You will have a demand. You will get publication. At the same time, because you are not, much people are doing on that, you will get a publication. At the same time, industry will be happy. You might get a consulting opportunity also. So that way you can open the space of doing research. In every area, this I have shown only one such area. In every area you can think on that. And what are the future trends you can see here? Look at that use of digital twins. Digital twins can actually, here is one such example that I have shown. I have shown you this simulation models. Digital twins is an integration of technology and simulation in supply chain or in any other area. In supply chain, it's one of the favorite area of research in Europe. People are using digital twins. You might say it's a very difficult terminology, something new. No, it's a coin. What is Industry 4.0? Kuch nahi hai. It is just a combination of big data, IoT, blockchain integration, the technology, how you can enhance over there. And people are talking Industry 4.0. Similarly, digital twins are nothing new to coin. It's a coin. Instead of digital twin, people could have given another name. It's integration of technology as well as their simulation models. And how you can see the performance. During COVID, many European people, I know a couple of colleagues in Europe, top colleagues, who have been used this technology together. Technological innovation at the same time, integration at the same time, simulation model. You see the picture, what is happening. You'll be able to bring the efficiency in the company's performance in a better manner. Not only in supply chain, in other domain also. Look at integration of AI and big data, as I told. Look at the autonomous vehicles. Look at the multi-facility. Okay, one more point, collaboration. Look at the last one, the collaboration. The dark store and reverse logistics network, very, very important. Setting up the important dark store, especially for e-commerce, important dark store. Like in Bombay, all these warehouses are in Bhiwandi area. But may not be that the best strategy for the companies. They have to find where is the demand. Are you getting my point? From which area the demands are coming? Accordingly, we will set up. If country says that Nagpur is the center of our country, so let us put all warehouses in Nagpur, may not be the better strategy. May not be the better strategy. You have to find where is the demand. You have to find a location over there and set up your plant, set up your warehouses over there. Logistics cost will reduce, customer satisfaction will increase. Similarly, dark store in e-commerce, dark store in last mile, setting up dark store is very, very important. You go to South Bombay, you will not find traffic. If you go to Central Bombay and the suburban area, you will find too much of traffic. Interesting part. And majority of innovation and kind of investment are happening in South Bombay. Time is up. Maybe in 5 minutes, I'll end up in 5 minutes. So see the situation. If you look at South Bombay is a rich area, no traffic, and you put so much of dark store over there, may not require. Dark store means where you put all the vegetables and the products, etc. in a store. From there immediately the e-commerce company deliver the products. For example, may not require so many dark store over there. Rather in an area say Andheri, which is too much of crowded, or say Ghatko per se, you put more dark store over there, so that quickly you can make the customer satisfaction. These small thoughts can change. But for that, what you have to do? You have to do research. You have to understand the data, where it is happening, and plan your dark store allocation. This is what the important part to reduce the last mile congestion. To overcome the last mile congestion. Last mile congestion is not in your hand, because it's a government hand. How to reduce the congestion. But you can manage how you can mitigate the effect of logistics congestion. Dark store, allocation of dark store in a better location is one such important point. Collaboration. We are doing on research. One of my students might give a presentation also. You can imagine collaboration can enhance the last mile logistics and the supply chain effectively. Suppose you are staying in a campus. I am assuming that somehow in some of your time period you stayed in a campus. You give a order, say pizza, or some product from say some Zomato. Zomato people will come, they'll deliver to your home, they'll go back. And if your location is inside of a campus, it will take time. And one delivery they'll give and they'll go, probably, because 10 minutes delivery, say 15 minutes. Another people are giving order, and suppose Swiggy is giving, another people has given order in Swiggy, and that people will come and they'll give a delivery inside their campus in another location. So two people are coming for two delivery in two different locations with bike. Can't that be done by same person or a third party who can take the product from Zomato and Swiggy as a collaborator, as a third party partner who will deliver both? Zomato does not need to send a product people to the inside the campus, and Swiggy also does not require. In a debate with top people in the industry, I was there in a panel. I said this thought, because I am trying to establish this collaboration thought. It's no coordination, it's a collaboration. If it is implemented in our society, it will change the entire supply chain process and the last mile process. When I raise this thought that collaboration can actually, Swiggy and Zomato can't collaborate because they are the competitor. One person said that you cannot make happy of your competition. I said it is possible. Then I gave an example during the election result of this general election. When general election result came, Congress, I mean India Jot and NDA Jot, India partners were different. They fight their opponent. But you see, in this election, both parties were happy. ND are also happy, UP are also happy. So if the opponents can become because the market share has been set, same market share, and market share has been set to their happiness level, to their happy to some extent. Some compromise happened, but everybody happy. If that is why Zomato and Swiggy can collaborate each other, why Mahindra and Tata Motors can collaborate each other. Are you getting my point? If that thought can happen, even in your country, so many campuses are, academic campuses are there. If a startup company come up and they do a collaboration with all the delivery teams, the last mile they will be done by the startup only in the campus. You don't have to send your people outside the gate, inside the gate. You just send your product, our parcel people will there, our center collection point will be there, our team will collect and they deliver inside the campus. Just open one startup with that and spread it to across all the campus in our country. You will see that you will be a billionaire. Scope is there. So this way you can manage the last mile. There are many such examples I thought of sharing, but it is a paucity of time. Let us wind up the session. And policy implementation and regulation, as I told in the beginning. Europe has so many policy implementation in logistics and the sustainable practices. But in India, we don't have. We need to implement that. Then only it will work. Couple of stakeholders policy also recommendation can also be implemented, which can enhance the last mile logistics and the sustainable practices also. So with that, let us wind up the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring address and valuable insights. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our next keynote speaker, Mr. Rahul Suresh Naik, Head of the Industrial Engineering Department at Forbes Marshall Private Limited, based in Pune, India. Mr. Naik earned his degree from the Vishwakarma Institute of Technology and has developed a strong professional reputation through his work at Forbes Marshall, where he leads industrial engineering initiatives focused on process improvement, plant efficiency, and technology-driven operations. In his leadership role, he has driven key projects optimizing productivity, safety, and quality while implementing best practices in manufacturing and industrial operations. His expertise spans lean manufacturing, operational excellence, automation, and workforce development. A dynamic leader and mentor, Mr. Naik is known for fostering innovation and continuous improvement in complex industrial environments. His fresh perspective and hands-on experience have earned him recognition across the manufacturing sector. We are delighted to have him share his insights on optimizing industrial systems and driving engineering excellence. Now, without further ado, I invite Mr. Rahul Suresh Naik to take the stage for his keynote address. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rahul Suresh Naik.
Am I audible? I'll not take much time. Actually, everyone are hungry, waiting for the lunch. So, good afternoon all. I'm Rahul Naik from Forbes Marshall. Already a brief discussion about me has been given. So basically, I started my career at Forbes Marshall in 2002. And now almost I have an experience of 23 years. I have worked in manufacturing, production, planning, purchase, and now heading industrial engineering department at Forbes Marshall. So actually it's a great honor for me as well as for my organization that VU has given us an opportunity to showcase what we do at Forbes Marshall as a best practices and how it contributes to the reverse logistics and economies and the sustainability development. So I'll just be giving some example of it. So just to start with a small introduction of our company. So basically Forbes Marshall has got 5 manufacturing units. The main headquarters of Forbes Marshall is located at Kasarwadi. It was started in the initial phase. Then we started our second plant in Pimpri in Morwadi. Then the third plant was started in Hyderabad. Fourth plant was started in UK. And the fifth plant we started in Chakan. So all put together, the biggest plant of Forbes Marshall in Chakan comprises of a land of 53 acres, which is almost the size of 50 football stadium. And I am stationed over there, and based on the requirement, I am located at all the locations and responsible all manufacturing and the development for lean manufacturing at Forbes Marshall. So this is our Chakan facility. So the total area in Chakan comprises of 2 lakh square meters, out of which 48,000 square meter has been a built up area. And now we are coming up with a new expansion of 15,000 square meters. That will be a total setup comprising of manufacturing, assembly, testing and packaging. So when we started up this project in 2013, and when we were giving this project to the infrastructure team, so we received multiple offers from different agencies to build up this factory. So we got a offer from CCBA, which is Christopher Bangler, American by nation, but now he is a citizen of India. Few months back he passed away. So you might see all the metros which have been designed in Pune have been designed by CCBA, the stations, the infrastructure. So CCBA is the same agency who have built our infrastructure. So we have got multiple awards for the setup what we have at Chakan. So just the journey at Forbes Marshall begins in 1946 by our founder member, Mr. Darius Forbes. So earlier we used to do trading business in India. The products were brought from the external countries, marketed in India, and we were continuously selling the products in the market to create an infrastructure for the grown business, to create a production base, facility and a quality, and later all put together the combination of all these three. So basically we believe in a market in which we have a collaborative approach with the customers. So if you could see both the photos are from Amul Dairy. The first photo is from 1955, the first Cochrane boiler which was installed by Forbes Marshall at Amul Dairy and was inaugurated by our Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. And after 60 years, a similar boiler of biomass boiler was installed in Amul Dairy and was inaugurated by our President Pranab Mukherjee. So apart from our regular work, we also believe in energizing communities and business across. So we have our own hospital facilities which is located at Kasarwadi. So we feel proud in saying that almost 38% of the population which is born in PCMC takes birth at our hospital. So we are a company which exists in 19 countries with a manpower of almost 2,000 people, and we have a nationalities of 20 countries. These are our product range in steam engineering groups. So we manufacture boilers, steam ancillary equipment, control instrumentation groups, and the recovery systems for them. So you name the company or the sector, whether it is pharma, steel, textile, rubber industries, you will find Forbes Marshall products in all this country. So these are our 4 pillars of Forbes Marshall, the values and vision, that is integrity, family spirit, good citizenship and excellence. So we work on this. At Forbes Marshall, everyone calls everyone with the first name. We don't use the word sir. We worship our work, not the designation. That is the main aim at Forbes Marshall. I'll now start with a brief about the reverse logistics and supply chain and what we have practiced at Forbes Marshall. So basically, when Professor Datta told a thing, so last week I was going through some papers when I found out that at many times we do comparisons with countries like China, Japan, Europe. So what actually is devastating us from them? So now if we see the average screening time in India, so any guess what is it? The mobile screening time. Any more guesses? What is the average per day screening time of a person in India? Sorry? No. not that high. So the average screening hour in India, as per the matrix of 2025, it's 5.7 hours in India. If we compare the same with China, it is 2.3 hours. So basically, I won't say, but moreover, Indians are getting more addicted towards mobile and the use of it. And in this, many things which needs to be developed are lagging behind. Now, next month we will be coming for Ganesh festivals. So Chinese people did a historical data, and they discovered that in India, when Ganesh Chaturthi has been celebrated, so people basically take an ideal of 1 feet, 1.2 feet, 1.5 feet, based on how they have been told by the gurus or the pujaris. And based on this rationalized data, Chinese people have a data, what is the quantum of sale for these ideals. And on 3D printing, they have adopted this concept, and they are making beautiful idols molds in China. And now the manufacturings of Ganpati idols, in more of these cases, come all the way from China. So Chinese people have started creating a good business in this, in India. Because of this, Indian people have started losing the business. So, see, many a times we say the product is not that good, it is Chinese. So that is not so, because if we see iPhone, iPhone is designed in California, but manufactured in China. So Chinese people supply best qualities goods also. The only thing is that when we want to do a business from Chinese product, we prefer to buy cheaper products from them. And that creates a mindset in a different way. So basically, what is reverse logistics? Reverse logistics is nothing but when we want to recycle a product right from the manufacturing phase, sell it out, do the deliverables, get it back from the customers, recycle it, and again use it back. That is reverse logistics. So we can do reverse logistics in different ways at different forums. Just to give an example, in Forbes Marshall, we use the perishable fruits and vegetables which are cultivated more often in our own gardens. So when the food has been processed at canteen, the excess food which has been left out, we churn this food. As an organic manner, we use this as a fertilizer in our own crops, in our yield. And when the vegetables are grown, the same vegetables are supplied to the canteen for cooking the food. Similarly, we have our own drip systems, wherein we have a storage of rainwater harvesting, which is almost 1 crore liters. So this water has been stored in this drip, and throughout the year, the water has been utilized for tree plantation, toiletry use, and other utilities in Forbes Marshall. Even the product hydro testing and functional testing, which we do at Forbes Marshall, is done from the same water, which is collected by rain harvesting. Circular economy, basically what we can create from waste. Now, just ahead of our company, we have a company called as Tetra Pak. So Tetra Pak manufactures, and it also does outsourcing for many companies. And the products are sold in the aluminum foil composites. So they also collect these residuals from the market, and they have a press machine in which all these materials are soaked and comprised, and a ply has been created. Later a board has been formed from this ply, and they make workstations from this ply. And in and around Chakan, wherever schools are there, so workstation for the schools are provided by the Tetra Pak team. So there is an innovation center by them, how the waste is been recycled and used in the best manner. So in 2020, when the entire world was hit by COVID in pandemic situation, so we did an analysis during that time of our entire business. And at that time, the business what we were having, the 20% share was from international market and 80% was from domestic market. So we wanted to create a resilience market in international opening, and we categorized that more often the business we can fetch from Southeast Asia, like Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Bangladesh. Moreover, there are textile industries over here. So we thought, why can't we have a plant in Singapore, which will be centrally located? And if you want to ship anything directly from India to Singapore or any Southeast Asia market, either by ship or by air. If it is ship, it takes 40 to 45 days. If it is air, it takes 7 days. If we have our own companies in Singapore, customers are ready to pay if we deliver them within a 1 day or 2 days. So with that agenda, during COVID, we planned to set up a factory in Singapore. So based on the market strategy, we developed a product line for 7 products, and the setup was made in Singapore. So during COVID, I was there in Singapore for 9 months. I was stationed in Singapore. We set up this factory. Now this factory is operational. Now the international market trend from 20% has gone up to 29%. So there is 9% increase in the international market, what we are getting. And this year we are targeting to make it 30%. So basically, how we wish to contribute in all these trends. So with the infrastructure what we have, with the skill enhancement of our people, with the lean manufacturing techniques and the process what we have. So I think almost many of you might have heard about lean manufacturing, correct? So the best way to remember and analyze lean manufacturing is nothing but remember downtime. And then break downtime into the abbreviation DOWN-TIME. D stands for delay, O stands for over processing, W stands for waiting, N stands for non-value-added time, T stands for transport, I stands for inventory, M stands for non-value-added motions, and E stands for extra efforts. So if you work upon all these 8 parameters and improve upon this, then we can say we are marching towards lean manufacturing in simple way. Lean is nothing but a very small thing, but people many a time confuse कि lean manufacturing कुछ बहुत बड़ा है, कुछ बड़ा नहीं है. It's very simple. How we work upon it, it makes a big difference. So about the facilities what we have, in my video I'll show you. Okay, we had multiple competitors for a product called as E-wall. E-wall is nothing but a control wall which works on a digital mechanism. And when we saw the digital facilities which our collaborators and the competitors are having, we decided to set up a manufacturing unit in-house which could give a total rationalized concept, and the in-out of the product would be in a very smooth manner. So earlier we were manufacturing 4 to 5 walls per day. Now after setting up this, the person who is doing machining of this wall, when the job is loaded, the same person does the assembly, testing and packing. So in 3 peoples, we operate this entire model cell, and now the production has gone from 4 jobs per day to 19 jobs per day. These are some glimpses of the setup what we have made in Singapore. Now when we talk about single point cutting tool machines and multi-point cutting tool machine, so basically all the turning CNC machines are with the machines with a single point cutting tool, and VMC and HMC machines are the machines with multi-point cutting tool. But whenever we want to do a very precise machining, we require a HMC machine with a single point cutting tool. So we have taken a machine from Niigata, Japan, which is a machine with a single point cutting tool, and this is the first machine in India which Forbes Marshall is having. And the other machine, Sterac, so that is integrated with a machine called as FastTem system and has 20 pallets. So in the morning when the person comes, he loads 20 components on it and starts the machine. So one after the other, 20 components have been machined. This machine runs manless for the entire shift. Now, few months back, there was a news article that Japanese people have started black factories. The factories work at night without any people. So 5 years back, we started this concept in Forbes Marshall. In the second shift, the components are loaded. Entire night shift, the lights are off. The machine does the entire manufacturing, and in the morning, the components are ready for dispatch. So the robot trusts entire shift, and no manual intervention is required. In Forbes Marshall, within Forbes Marshall, we have 18 different companies, and after manufacturing, dispatching the component from manufacturing to FGS is a big task, wherein we were dependent on the forklift people. Many a times, hunting for the person, where he has gone, which material location he is, was a big task. Now we have set up AGVs at all the locations. The AGV takes the material from the designated point. He takes it to FGS location. the FGS person unloads the material and takes it for dispatch. So in this phenomena, earlier 7 people were required. Now 2 AGVs takes loads for 7 people. The important thing is that we haven't sacked any people. Actually, job enrichment has been made, because many a times it happens that people sack them. We have enriched the job and put the peoples on other tasks. Wherever in any companies, if you see chimneys outside the company, so as we all do pollution checks of a vehicle, we take the PUC. So similarly, any companies which is having a chimney should have a pollution certificate from the government agency. And it is the thing, government agencies come anytime and ask for the pollution check certificate. So we manufacture a product called as GCM and DCM. GCM is a dust control monitoring system and GCM is gas control monitoring system. So whenever chimneys are installed, Forbes Marshall products are installed, because we have a patented design for this. And 24/7 you can get the readings of our product. And based on this, whatever residual particles are collected in dust form, they can be collected, bricks can be formed, and these bricks can be later used for the briquetting purposes. So they can again be recycled. Then we have made ample use of vertical space. So all the products what we manufactured, store in different ways. So vertical stacking is done and the inventory is managed in the best possible ways. Earlier what used to happen in our boiler manufacturing, we used to pile the plates over each other. Means we require plates right from 8 millimeters to 32 millimeters. So removing the required plate used to take 3 hours, 4 hours. Now we are keeping these plates in vertical form and using vertical magnets, we are lifting the plates. Now it is taking us 10 to 15 minutes. The magnets what we are using are electro-permanent magnet. The magnet starts only for 12 seconds. And there is a lynching mechanism. Once the magnet lifts the plate, at the time it is not touching the surface, the magnet won't leave it. And after quenching, then only the magnet will leave the component. So it also saves the energy. And now we are going a step ahead. We are introducing these magnets with solar energy. So no energy is required for this. For various product packaging, earlier we were using foams, thermocol sacking. Now we have avoided all thermocols. Now papers which are basically used in industries are basically virgin papers. It has got more tensile strength, because if we see any imported products, the packaging what they use are virgin papers. They are directly cut from the trees, the wood barks, and the paper is formed. But in our packaging, we are using a recycled paper. And this recycled paper, we tell the customers that if they return us, they will get a discount of it. So in that way, the material is also been recycled and paper sheeting are used for packing. Now foam or thermocol has been totally avoided. So this can contribute to the circular economy also. So as I told, we are doing rainwater harvesting. We have a capacity of 1 crore liters. On the rooftop, we have installed solar panel. So whatever energy is created, so 33% of our electricity bill has been accumulated in this solar panels. So now the expansion projects what we are doing, so all the rooftop would be installed with the solar panel, and we are aiming by 2027, whatever energy what we'll be requiring at Chakan plant would be utilized from the solar panel. We have a feature from Maharashtra government, we can sell this electricity to them also. So if it is additional, so we can sell out this electricity to them. So in 2016, along with the organization activities, I was into a CSR activities. So there is a train which starts from Pune to Kerala, Pune Ernakulam Express. So for that train, basically there wasn't any stop in Karnataka. Actually, I am a native from Karnataka, so I wanted to create a halt for that train. So basically this train runs bi-weekly, and when we approach Indian ministry for this, so we need to struggle for this for 6 months to approach Konkan Railway, to approach Rail Bhavan, and finally the train stop was provided after 6 months. Then we did a RTI analysis, what are the number of passengers which are moving from this train from Pune to Karnataka and back from Karnataka to Pune. So on an average, 300 passengers travel to and fro. Earlier, they were traveling using their own four-wheelers. So then we calculated the carbon footprints per year, what it would be. So earlier, the carbon footprint by using own vehicle was 31,200 kgs per year, versus now if we use train, the carbon footprints what we are getting is 10% of that. So this also contributes to the sustainable saving. Many a times when we sell our products to the customers, तो customer बोलते हैं ना कभी चला के दिखाओ, हमारे line पे कैसे होगा, उसका analysis करके बताओ. So we have a lime steam demo center at Forbes Marshall. So if we have any product in pipeline which the customer wants to visualize, so we can give a live demo of it. We have our boiler shop and our fabrication shops. So we have installed a weld monitoring system in each welding machine, and it is a mobile app. The access of this app is given to each manufacturing supervisor. So sitting at his cabin, he can know कि आज कौन से बंदे ने कितना वेल्डिंग किया, 15 मिनट ही किया कि आधे घंटा किया. Entire day shift he gets to know आज दिन में just 1 घंटा ही वेल्डिंग हुआ, आज 2 घंटा ही वेल्डिंग हुआ. Earlier it was not the case. The person used to say मेरा 2 घंटा वेल्डिंग में गया. It was just a gut feeling. Now total tracking is given. Apart from that, what was the arcing time? Are there any quality issues? That is also been analyzed in this software. So we feel pride in saying that we are the first company in India to have a suggestion scheme app. In many companies in India, people give suggestions paper पे भरते और एक notice board में डाल देते. वो कभी monthly 15 days में collect होगा और बाद में उसका analysis होके उसका reward होगा. We have generated a mobile-based app at Forbes Marshall. So now it is a paperless system. So we started it almost 10 years back. So earlier yearly suggestions जो आते थे, it was approximately 300 to 350. Now the trend has gone up to 3,000. And this year we are targeting we'll get approx 5,000 suggestions. After our Singapore factory, we decided that we'll set up a unique factory which will be called as a fabrication factory. So as such, there is no such factory in India for fabrication. But whenever we talk about fabrication, तो cutting के लिए we talk about plasma cutting, gas cutting. But after doing cutting, we wanted to do robotic welding. For doing robotic welding, we require an accuracy of 1 to 1.5 millimeters. For getting this accuracy, plasma cutting is not suitable. We need to go for laser. Our pipe diameters varies up to 600 millimeters. So when we wanted to do this cutting, we approached n number of peoples across the globe. And we found out only 3 peoples were available. One was from China. They had quoted us 18 CR for this machine. One was from Italy. They have quoted us 23 CR. And one was from India who quoted us 9 CR. So we thought to take a risk and get this manufactured and collaborate with the Indian manufacturer, because he was also manufacturing the machines for the first time. And with this indigenous collaboration, we could bring up this machine. This machine today has a cutting feature of doing cutting of 7 meters per minute. The maximum cutting speed what is there in the world is 6 meters per minute. So we are 1 meter ahead of it. I have a video also of this. This was the old component finish, what we used to do manually. We used to do marking, we used to do gas cutting, we used to do grinding, then finishing. And 2 people were involved in this process. And the component was taking 5 hours. Any guesses now how much the time would be taken? 5 hours versus? Old time was 5 hours. Can you please? This is the actual video of the component. So the component earlier which used to take 5 hours, now actually it is taking 2.3 minutes. And including loading and unloading, it takes 5 minutes. So now entire grinding has been totally eliminated. Whatever waste what is getting generated, we are using it in other fabrication items. In my next video, I'll show you about the fabrication factory entire video. As I said, we are manufacturer of plates from the boilers. And whatever waste that is getting generated from boilers, so we are doing circular cutting on boiler. And this component later, we are manufacturing flanges out of it. So whatever flanges what we required at court martial are being generated from the waste what has been created. We don't purchase extra flanges. From the waste only we are manufacturing our own flanges. This machine has got a maximum diameter capacity of 630 diameter. If we compare this machine with the other machine in India, other machine which is available has a maximum capacity of 320. So our capacity is double of what we have present in India. And the other machine in comparison with this is available in Italy. They have a cutting source of 4.2 kilowatt. We have a machine with 12 kilowatt. They use oxygen for cutting. We do the cutting on dry air. We decided to go with dry air because during pandemic situation, oxygen preference was first given to hospitals. And the oxygen supplies in organization was stopped by the government agencies. So suppose in further, if any pandemic situation comes and if there is shortage of oxygen, still our machine will run without any efforts. So this is the finish out of it. Now a person is required, and as compared to the old process, 5 hours, it takes 5 minutes. This is the other machine. That is a hydraulic bending machine, but a bending machine with a booster mechanism. Now usually in Forbes Marshall we have 35 design engineers, and each one designs their product based on their liabilities and precision. So each one used to give different bending radius. So we have approximately 76 bending radius for different pipe sizes. And if you wanted to do the bending as per their design, 76 bending dies were required. And to manufacture those dies, 76 lakhs were required. So we had a meeting with them and we decided we'll rationalize on the bending. So 76 became 8 and then 8 became more compact. So all the dies were manufactured in 6 lakhs, that too from the scrap material. And then further it was made in 4.2 lakhs. And now because of this, the welding joints what we used to have, that also have been eliminated. So these are the pipe bending radius which have been made contact, and we have already taken an approval from Indian IBRs for the Regulation Act, whether this bending is approved by them. Okay, this is something unique, but before that, now whenever we need to do any bending, we need to do a die setting. So the person need to do a manual setting, the lead screw setting, shoe setting, and it take 60 to 90 minutes for each component for the setting. So we decided whether the mandrel ball screw can be done automatically. So we approached the machine manufacturer and he told us that for doing this you will have to send this machine to us. We need to do some trials for it and this would cost 15 to 20 lakhs. So our maintenance person told we have some scrap material available. So let's do a trial on that and see if it works out. So we had this scrap material which was a bit refurbished in our tool room, and this jugaad was made within Forbes Marshall. So in both this video you can see what was the old method. In the first video the person used to do it manually using an adjustable spanner which used to take 60 to 90 minutes for doing die setting. In the second video you can see the lead screw is rotating automatically. Now a limit switch has also been mounted to it. So based on the diameter of pipe, the to and fro is been monitored, and at the certain position only it will stop. So there is no malfunctioning of the system. This system was made in 30,000. versus 15 lakhs, what was quoted to us. So the benefits out of it, the setting time from 60 to 90 minutes had gone down to 5 minutes. Earlier 2 people were required, now single person can do it. Setup change, in a day only 3 can 4 can be made. Now even 8 to 10 can be made. Then Reba Rula, the manual fatigue what a person used to get was 8 to 10, now it is 1. And now the people are more enthusiastic to work on this machine. Earlier people used to resist, both fatigue hai, both pain hota hai. This is something unique. By using the bending machine and the concept, we have created a modular design. In this modular design, earlier the welding joints what the product were having, there were 43 weld joints. Now using our bending concept, we have reduced 43 weld joints to 21 weld joints. 22 weld joints have been eliminated. It has not only reduced the work content, but the chances of leakage, product aesthetics, and site complaints, those have also been totally eliminated. Earlier, we used to manufacture 5 max with 2 people. Now we are manufacturing 10 products with a half manpower. This is a production factory which we have. So all the learnings from reverse engineering, then the economy, then the sustainability what we have. So we tried to inculcate our learning in this factory. So I feel the session would be more interactive. If you ask more and more, I can tell more. It can be a knowledge sharing. This is Mr. Khanvilkar, the IBR Director of India. So we inaugurated the factories by him. Unique thing is in Fold Marshall we have a cell called as ping cell. So in this ping cell we have got CNC turning machine, VNC machines, lapping machine, grinding machine, and induction hardening machine, and assembly and testing. All the entire cell right from raw material to finished product is being handled by lady members. There is no male person over there. That's the reason we call it as a ping cell. This is a laser cutting machine. Basically, in India there are many companies who do robotic welding, but they do robotic welding for fillet weld in automotives, where there is no gap between two components. In our company, being a pressure vessel company, we need to maintain a root gap of 1.5 to 2 mm in between two components. And after doing welding, we need to do radiography test for it to see whether there are any joint leakages in that or else any porosity defect. Only after that the joint is being certified. So all the robots which are doing welding in the robotic welding cell have been approved by IBR. All test rigs, paint booth, manufacturing setups has been designed, inbuilt and set up and manufactured in-house in our facility. So this is our manufacturing facility. So basically we set up a group called as Parivartan. So when we talk about sustainable development, it's not the growth only about ourselves. It's basically growth for our peoples, our surroundings, our society, also for our vendors. So we have a regular interaction program jointly with our vendors, where we need to nurture some learnings with our vendors. So we try to inculcate the same learnings with our vendors so that they also take the same initiative and incorporate this in their company. So that we have started initiating. In the first phase, we have categorized our vendors totally whose supplies in Forbes Marshall are more than 4,500. In first phase, we have made a list of 350 prime vendors, and those have been categorized and freeze, and the training has been started. During COVID, when many companies had sacked their members, we didn't sack a single member in Forbes Marshall. Neither their salaries were reduced, number one. Even when the supply to the vendors was started, we ensured that the supplier is regularly paying their members so that no one leaves their organization in any way our organization is getting affected. So this is the family spirit what we are having within Forbes Marshall and with the vendors also. So we have a social awareness campaign called as Soch. So Forbes Marshall has adopted 18 villages around Chakan, and we provide different sort of training to the lady members. We provide school scholarship for the children, and we even provide some household training so that they can be self-empowered. Now when in many villages they are from tribal background, so goatry is their business. So in goatry, basically if the goat is healthy, they earn money. If the goat is not healthy, they don't earn that much money. So we did an analysis with some company agencies, and we found out that if a goat is bending down and eating the grass, so it doesn't get that healthy. But if the goat is in a standing posture and it is feeding, so the goat gets much healthy. So based on such learning, some goatry stands were designed in a fabricated design, and this stand were supplied to the agencies, and then modular designs were made in the farms, and this training was provided to the villagers from the tribal areas. Now they on their own, they are making this goatry stand. Now per month their earning has improved from by 8 to 12,000. So this is the achievement over there. And apart from that, government provides different schemes to the people, like health card or some insurance, which people aren't aware. So we enroll them for this health insurance cards and other benefit. So every year we collect the data, how many people have taken benefits out of it. So last year we collected a data for the total services. So up till now, the benefit what the entire people's got is almost 70 lakhs from these benefits. Even the Shramik workers, so some peoples from village, they say ki after they are just 10th pass, they want to start some own business like two-wheeler repairing centers or a service station. We also provide them the service campaign training for it. Apart from that, in mason, if we see the business in construction site, the mason per day he is being paid 1200 to 1500 rupees. But the lady member who is giving the cement concrete, she is being paid 400 to 600. So how to check the alignment of the wall, how to do the construction at the site, the lady members were taught. Now in Chakan there is a group of 15 lady members who have started taking their own contracts for construction, and they have started their own business. It's just a small video of a journey for lean manufacturing. Earlier when the customer used to give us a call, ki I have given an order, so what is the present status of my order? So we used to give a call to the manufacturing guy, asking him what is the status of order. तो वो बोलते थे उनका ही काम चालू है, आधा हो गया है, अभी टेस्टिंग में है, कल तक हो जाएगा. Eventually we also didn't know what is the actual status. Now each component and the process are barcode. This data is also shared with the customers, so the customer can scan the QR, and same like our Amazon or other sites, the customer can get an update what is the status of his order, whether it is manufactured, whether it is in testing, whether it is in dispatch. Once it is dispatched, where is it lying? So up to that level we have done the barcoding for this.
In recent times, the manufacturing sector is evolving with latest technologies like IoT, Industry 4.0, digital transformation for the value creation process. This results into effective, time-saving and faster output. Forbes Marshall has been a pioneer in setting up operational excellence model that serves as a benchmark for engineering industries by making use of proven single-piece flow with lean manufacturing principles like just-in-time, Zydoka and advanced digital tools that means an intelligent use of IoT, AI and 2D data matrix code scanning fully integrated with Oracle-based ERP systems. The level of innovation that has been imbibed in the fabric of FM culture is quite spectacular and impressive. The Steam System Division, SSD, has initiated the concept of lean and digital product cells coupled with traceability and digitization. This will drive our future deliverables of manufacturing excellence and customer delight. The entire cellular structure is integrated within Industry 4.0 architecture to GUI dashboards and aptly known as FM MCLI, Forbes Marshall Manufacturing Cell Logic Interface. It acts as a key pillar for seamless communication between people and systems using FM Frozen Zone database and product configurator. Let us understand the process of FM PAV. Firstly, the products are thoroughly cleaned in an equipment. After cleaning, the product is sent for laser marking, where each product is given a unique identification number, which forms the gateway to traceability. Once laser marked, the product is further sent for assembly. Here, the product is assembled with the required tools. Later, the product is sent for testing to meet the international standards. After successful testing, the product is sent for packaging, where the person scans the unique identification number laser marked on the product and generates the label. That label is pasted where the material is thoroughly tested in a closed chamber by removing the residual water. Until and unless the product is not fulfilling the required standards, it won't pass the stage of Pokayoke. Once the testing stage is receiving cell. This improves work efficiency and saves time. Is further sent for assembly. Here, the product is assembled with the required tools.
I have much more slides, but I think more or less I have covered majority of the topic for this content. So any inputs from you, I would appreciate that. Anything? Nothing related to manufacturing. Sorry?
How you are basically trying to say the Internet of Things? You are manufacturing, you're basically getting a requirement fulfilled by yourself.
No. See, basically what happens when the order is being taken care by, order comes to marketing, sales, and order acceptance has been completed from their stage. After order acceptance phase, it comes to Oracle. In Oracle, a barcode is generated for this customer, this product, this much quantity needs to be manufactured. Then for that order, a spaghetti is created. And this spaghetti goes to different channels, right from buyer to the manufacturer. So then when it comes downline, the manufacturer will do only the specific order of that. Okay, if he comes in the morning, if he rationalize that for this product, we have an order of 4 different customers, then he will compile those orders. And only after completion of that, when he barcodes it, so for that specific order, the transaction is completed and the work order is completed.
So it was going to
Yeah, yeah. It goes to our supplier for reorder level, because for each order, based on the sales forecast of every 3 months, we have made a Kanban of it. Only when the Kanban level reaches up to that level, for the reorder it goes to our supplier, and once it starts manufacturing, it goes to our customer. Yes, madam. Actually, I couldn't present much, but I would appreciate if all of you as a team or in groups, if you come to Forbes Marshall, you can witness all of this by yourself, what we are doing in Forbes Marshall. Yeah, I think 1 or 2 of your team have visited, but actually I would be more glad to take you around the entire factory. Anything more? Everyone are hungry for lunch. So done?
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, sir, for this thought-provoking and enriching session. With that, we now conclude this keynote session, and I would now like to request everyone to proceed for lunch, which is being served at the cafeteria in building number 4. Thank you.